Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another stream. We are back today once again with the Arthur Leclerc career mode. We are going into the Dutch Grand Prix for today's race. Getting towards the final leg of the European Touring this season as well. We've got Netherlands and Monza to go, and then that is basically the European Tour done. I guess you can technically say Azerbaijan as well. That's what called Eurasia, isn't it? So we're getting towards the closing stages here in Europe. So yeah, hopefully we can try and finish it off with a bang. Like I said, we've got Netherlands today, sorry, and then next week, obviously, we'll have Monza, Baku, and Singapore. So a couple of tough races next week, and yeah, hopefully we can set ourselves up nicely for the final push of the season. We are in the second half now, of course. Last time out in last night's stream, obviously, we had Belgium. Well, we actually took a victory in that one. So yeah, third win of the season, which is not bad going at all in the Williams, is it? Not bad at all. But the car is pretty damn strong right now. So Red Bull, Aston Martin, both logos. I mean, you can clearly, come on. Come on. This is an old shirt, to be fair. It's a little bit deceiving with the Aston Martin here. But yeah, I'm afraid it is Red Bull. It is Red Bull. How are we doing, guys? We're pretty good. Hope we got a lovely day so far. Clearly it's V-Carb. I don't know, man. Looks like Mercedes to me. Might need to get that spec savers check going, not gonna lie. But yeah, we are getting towards the defining stage of the season now. Like I said, we've only got a couple races left in the European stage. And then we've obviously got Baku, we've got Singapore, Kota, Mexico, Brazil, Vegas, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi. So not too many races to go now. Not too many races to go. But those Gunswear can't have that on stream. Yeah, I think that's actually illegal, isn't it? Might have to start wearing long sleeves soon. Otherwise, TikTok's going to start thinking I'm a threat to them or something. Damn, it's late. I know, I don't like it. I'm used to starting a stream at like, 5 p.m. and it being pitch black. And instead, it's like not even sunset yet. So, yeah, we've got to deal with it being like a little bit bright on the stream for the first hour or two. Usually about 6 o'clock it'll be dark, but... Call a vet because Vince's swans are out. Fair. But Rabbit, how's it going, mate? Obviously, I have one because those just happen to be Red Bulls, but it's not unrelated. Yeah, so basically, like, I made it myself, so technically it's not licensed by Red Bull, so, I see where you're going with that. Just for showing weapons on stream. Loving daily streamers right now? Yes, sir. We do five streams a week. We don't stream on Tuesdays, so don't stream on Fridays, so unfortunately there won't be any streams on Friday, but every other day, I give you guys a stream to look forward to, so... Long may that continue. Next week, it will change up a little bit, I think. Next week, I think I'm going to stream on Tuesday and not on Wednesday, and the same for the week after. There's obviously the Arsenal game on Wednesday next week, and then the week after that, I'm away for work on Wednesday. So, yeah, I won't be able to be here for the stream on the Wednesday, those 2 weeks. Boo work, I know. If only I could just not. It's actually not F1 because Red Bull is a drink. I mean, that's not quite how it works, but... What up, Nick? How's it going, mate? Otherwise, you could say that about a lot of teams. Technically, Haas is like an engineering firm, so they're not technically an F1 team by that logic either, There's a lot of teams that just use branding rather than actual anything related to F1. I mean, AlphaTauri are a literal fashion brand, and they were in F1 for a good few years, so... Scooteria, thanks for following Twitch for me. Appreciate it, dudes. Welcome in as well. Hope you have a good one. What am I missing in chat? Let's have a quick look. What up, Kate? How's it going? Raker, welcome in as well, dudes. Did the pressure get paid out, by the way? I think it did. It looked like it got paid out. British price stage because I'm American? Yeah, that's probably exactly right, actually. Yeah, you're probably about spot on. Right. Well, from there, ladies and gentlemen, should we start getting cracking for the Dutch Grand Prix then? So, like I say, we are well into the second half of the season now, and this is how the championship is looking heading into Netherlands today. So, we have officially got ourselves ahead of Charles Leclerc now in the championship. It's Leclerc, third and fourth at the moment. So, only 5 points separating us as it stands. We're on 179, Charles 174. So, we do have a little bit of a points gap to Big Bro right now, which is not bad at all. So, Charles better be careful because we're coming for that Ferrari seat. We're coming for it pretty quickly. Lando Norris, obviously, is only 1 point ahead of us right now as well. It's crazy how close we are to second place, actually. I didn't realize how close we were. But that DNF that he got in Belgium set him back quite a bit. So, yeah, I mean, we started off the season a little bit difficult, getting only a couple P10s there, a few points here and there as well. But in like the second quarter of the season, we've been in sensational form. So long may that continue. We have a strong car under our right foot right now, so hopefully we can try and keep that going. Obviously, in the Constructors' Championship, we're still sitting in P5 right now. We could have been very close to Mercedes in the Constructors. Unfortunately, Alex Albon, who was running P5 in that Belgian Grand Prix, he retired with like just less than 10 laps to go. So, yeah. I've reached a level of boredom. Manifest this streaming to be entertaining. I'm sure it will be, Nico. They always are. We'll always find a way. I Pissed Club documentary isn't available in America. Just get yourself a VPN. You'll be fine. Hot take for 2025 season? I don't really have one, to be honest with you. I feel like most of the takes I've made so far are fairly mild, you know? They're not really too spicy. Maybe I'll call one at some point, but at the moment, I don't think I have any spicy takes. There's no British bias in F1. You're watching a British stream of F1. Obviously, they're tailoring the content to the British population. Okay, so what I will say about that is that F1 TV and every other broadcaster around the world that uses F1 TV will have British commentary on there. So British bias towards those people is unfair, in my opinion. That's what I'm saying on it. Complete the weekend with no other free collisions with other cars. Keep tires below 120 degrees. We'll go for no collisions. We're clean, chat. We're clean. Complete any session with the fastest lap. Achieve a corner speed of 110 mile an hour. That seems okay. 110 mile an hour. 2 more to go. Or just the last one. Might be the last one, actually. Hot take. Kim will do better than George. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Complete 5 laps without any penalties or stress tests. Any tires above 30%. We'll go with the penalties, I guess. And then we'll go for 2 different tires in practice. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's head into Zerval. Let's see what weather awaits for us in here in Netherlands. British bias exists, but British people need it. It's our version of ego, basically. That's how we do our ego. We have a lot of bias towards our side. That's our ego. That's just what we do. Even though I'm not really a massive fan of a lot of the drivers and stuff in England, but, you know, that's besides the point. So we are going to have a little bit of rain this weekend. Only in qualifying, though. FP1, FP2, FP3, and the race will remain dry. Can we have a look when that rain's going to arrive? Okay, so probably the entirety of Q1 is going to be wet. Maybe a bit of Q2 as well. But I think for the most part should be dry. And then Q3 should be dry as well. So I don't think we'll get any rain for the race. Looks like the race will stay relatively dry. A little bit of cloud cover from time to time, but I don't think we'll get any rain here, so that should be good. Right, let's get our car set up, shall we? So, obviously, after Belgium, we do have a car which is starting to get a bit worn on the old ICEs. Our best wear right now is on 42%. Everything else is on 58, 65, and 61. The problem is, this is a tough track to overtake at, so I don't think we want to take a penalty for a new ICE or anything today. We're going to try and get through to Monza, I think. We're going to try and get through to Monza. We should be able to. 42% isn't too bad. But we are going to be a little bit careful with some of these other components in practice and stuff. So I think it's really difficult for a commentator to have no bias in a sport they love. I mean, it's the same with, like, referees, for example. Like, I know they're not really the same as commentators and stuff. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, commentators should always go into it in a very neutral view. You know, they shouldn't have any support or anything like that. They should just go into it the neutral view and just commentate on what they see. That's what they should, you know, be prioritizing. Unless they want to make it about themselves, then yeah, go for it. But 46% on the MGK. We'll go with that for practice. MGH is getting very worn. I think I might take a fresh one for this weekend. Energy Store is getting a bit worn as well, but we should be okay with that one for now. And I guess we'll go, yeah. A lot of these components are quite warm, but I think we'll run that set for today. I mean, there's still the question mark on whether referees are actually truly biased or not. That I think that's always going to be a problem. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I don't think it'll ever happen. We're never going to get neutral commentators and stuff. They are always going to have their preferences and stuff like that. And a lot of it will probably come down to interactions they have with drivers as well. Have the drivers, you know, been a little bit kind of mean to them? Have they been nice to them? I feel like they're going to be a bit nicer to a driver that was nice to them than the other way around, you know? So I feel like that bias is always going to be there, essentially. It's just human nature. Exactly. You're never going to be able to go fully neutral. That's the way it should be, but it won't be. Ultimately, it won't be. Racetrack, quality pace, and time management today. No track acclimatization. Wow, that's a rarity. If you change in practice, nothing will happen. I know. That's why I do it. You got second in the race you asked about yesterday? Nice. GG's, man. Not bad at all. Finally, a good shirt. Ooh. That could be subjective, depending on the person. That could be very subjective. Time for AI commentators. Oh, man. The thing is, I feel like that's probably going to happen one day. Like, at some point in the next 5 years, maybe in, like, some really... You know how they did the AI race in Abu Dhabi? They are 100% going to get AI commentary, aren't they? For that series. It makes me very, very worried. We're definitely getting closer and closer towards that sort of thing. Right. Let's get ourselves ready for practice then. So, setup is on. Let's skip a little bit of time. And I think we'll start off with tire measurement, I guess. We'll use the hard tires for that. Didn't the AI race have a lot of crashes? They literally were just, like, spinning out in the most random places. And just stopping on the track in the straight and things like that. It was interesting. I don't think it's something that I would like to watch, to be honest with you. What's your thoughts on the R5? Solid wheelbase? Obviously not quite as powerful as their other ones, but, you know, if you want to get into the direct drive, it's a good one to start with, for sure. AI sim to real-life races could be fun. How do you mean? In my opinion, AI racing should not even be considered a thing. The thing that makes racing so beautiful is the drivers, really. And you're completely taking the human factor and the drivers out from AI racing. Like, you're driving your sim that races a real car. What's even the point at that point? What's even the point? Is this career mode? Yeah, it is. Predictions for Chelsea v Copenhagen? I don't know, 3-1 Chelsea. AI commentators will never work. They're gonna try it, though. You 100% know they're gonna try it. It better not work. There'll be no emotion, which is what it needed for commentators. I mean, with the way that AI is developing, Jam, they can very much make emotion forced. It will definitely, like, completely lose its authenticity. But, like I say, with the way that AI is developing, it's definitely a possibility. That's awesome. Good job, man. What's the AI difficulty? 108. Favorite driver, Verstappen. Right, let's see how our tyre is around here. I think this track usually isn't too bad on tyres. We'll find out, though. Ooh. Tyres are still cold as well, which doesn't help. Yeah, front right, 74 degrees. A little bit chilly. That corner there will probably hurt the tyres the most on this track. Trying to keep it flat through there while turning the car in will burn up that front left tyre. There will definitely be nothing that's, like, legendary about AI commentary. We always have iconic scenes and stuff from commentators doing commentary. You won't get that with AI. You will not get that. This is season 1, yep. This is season 1. Tell you what, there might be a pump, actually. It's not a bad way to get started. Okay, nice. And that was a really good job. We'll do a couple laps, though. I don't think we'll use the hard tyre here, but we'll do a couple laps. Just see how it feels. Tyre should be a bit more warmed up now as well. See, I don't know. I have watched races in the past where there's no commentary, and I don't mind it. Sometimes just listening to the car and, like, coming up with your own assumptions is actually kind of fun, in my opinion. It kind of makes you actually lock in on the race a bit more and really try and focus more on what's going on and how things are done. Because most of the time, the commentators provide insight on how it's done, so you don't really need to think about it too much. But when you don't hear the commentary, it actually makes you think about, you know, what's going on in the race a lot more. Because it's not like, you know, fed to you in a way, is it? Oh, hello. A little bit too throttle happy. No audio just makes you take a nap. Listening to the cars is very satisfying, to be fair. How long have I been racing? Sim racing? About, I don't know, 5, 6 years maybe? Maybe longer. I'd rather watch paint dry. Really? I don't know. I love listening to the cars, personally. I mean, it's kind of the same thing as, like, when you're at a race. When you're at the race, you don't really get commentary. I mean, sometimes, like, the circuit will provide the speaker commentary and stuff, but it's so hard to hear that over the cars most of the time. There's no point even listening to it. You know, I'm going to Le Mans for the 17th time this year, so I've very much come accustomed to how things work. Do I play any other racing games? We play iRacing. We play ACC. I did try Le Mans Ultimate again for the first time. Well, I said for the first time. First time in a while. The other night. When Sky's F1 contract runs out, it's not going to happen for a long, long time. Sky won't lose their F1 license for a very long time. That'll be locked down for a good amount of time. Le Mans 2026. I will most likely be there, yep. I cannot wait to see the Valkyries in person. I'm gonna lose my shit hearing that, I think. Hearing it on the audio and stuff is one thing, but hearing it in person is gonna be crazy. I'm very much looking forward to that. I'll have the biggest smile on my face listening to that thing go by. It'll be slow, and it'll probably be last, but at least it sounds good while doing it. At least it's got that running for it. Have I tried AC Evo? I have, yeah. Gonna fill it through your body? Yep. That entire V12 engine gonna just shake your entire body to the bone. Oh, let's box. This up's a little bit slower, so we'll just box. I don't know how you guys feel as you're used to Sky in the UK, but as an American, I love Sky F1's broadcast. It's alright. It's just very expensive, the problem with Sky. I think to get Sky Sports, you have to pay about £35, £40 a month, something like that. It's just really expensive. Like, yeah, sure, you get, like, other sports as well with it, but it's crazy how much it costs. It's way too expensive. That's when you get the dodgy fire stick. I don't own one of those, unfortunately, so. I'm a legal person, what can I say? I'm legal. Right, 5 out of 5 on time management is actually not bad at all, actually. I wasn't expecting a 5 out of 5 straight off the bat. I guess we'll do race strategy next then. We'll skip a bit of time and do race strat. How was our lap times, actually? On that hard tyre. 11.8. Wasn't that great, actually. Hopefully our medium pace will be a bit quicker. I have this cool life hack called sketchy free websites. I mean, totally legal, right? Totally legal. Thoughts on it? Thoughts on AC Evo? It's good. There's just nothing to do. The problem is I first played it when it came out, like for the early access, and it was a bit broken. A lot of the content didn't arrive on demand, and there was a few features missing and stuff that was supposed to be there. So there was just nothing to do when I played it. You know, you could do like that 1 5-lap race, and that was kind of it. There is a bit more to do now, but I don't know.
Okay, when you're ready.
I'm gonna wait until there's some more features before I delve a bit more into it. Otherwise, though, like in terms of the handling and the physics and the force feedback and stuff, it feels pretty good. But yeah, it does miss a good bit of content about it. I'm sure someone in Discord can do you a favor, Cake. What place to finish in Belgium? P1. We won in Belgium. We are currently last right now on the in practice, which isn't ideal. But we were doing the hard tires and doing tire management, so I'm sure we'll bump up a good bit, hopefully, on these medium tires, especially on racetrack. I have to make sure these tires are a bit warmer off the bat. There's not a lot of left-handers here, that's the problem. So warming up that right side can take a few laps. I mean, that's kind of why piracy is such a big problem right now. There's so many different broadcasters out there showing different games that you have to pay for all of them. It gets very expensive doing it like that. Piracy has always been a problem, and it's becoming a bigger problem from their own doing, really. Will I be watching DTS tomorrow? I don't honestly have a lot of interest in DTS. I might maybe watch a bit of it, but I'm not a DTS guy. Community watch along? I really don't have any interest in watching it, though. Like, I got so put off from the first couple of seasons, like, I think season 3, I think it was, when they did all the drama and fake shit. Like, that shit put me off so much, I just have zero interest in watching it. If people enjoy it, then fine, fair enough, go nuts. I just hope they realize that a lot of the stuff you see in there is really not authentic. DTS is what got me into F1. For a lot of people as well. A lot of people got into F1 for Drive to Survive, and I have no problem with that. Absolutely zero problem. I just hope that people realize that the stuff you saw really doesn't correlate to what actually happened in real life. A lot of it was very, you know, dramatized and overdone. It was very oversaturated with a lot of the incidents and things. Hence why Verstappen, like, took, what, 2 or 3 seasons away from it. He wanted nothing to do with it. This will be a 10.8, puts it to P12. Good. How much of it is actually real? I mean, a good bit of it is real, but, like, they tried to make it out like Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris hated each other. I can't remember what season that was. I think that was season 3. They were making it out as if Sainz and Lando Norris despised each other, and they were huge enemies and stuff, when in fact they were, like, almost best mates. They got on very well. You just gotta be very careful with how much of it you truly want to believe in, you know? Yeah, all that post-commentary shit is awful, Bucks. Absolutely awful. That also makes it lose its authenticity. My friend watched DTS and complained about how long and boring the race was. Inside of DTS, or when actually watching a race? What do you mean? $10.8 again. Consistency. Oh, actually watching a race. So basically what you're saying is DTS has made people only interested in the short form of it. I guess that proves how much it's dramatized, though, when, you know, you watch Drive to Survive and you're like, wow, this is amazing. Then you watch a race and you're like, wow, this is boring. I guess it kind of shows how much they had to over-dramatize it to make it feel like that. But that's what makes it difficult to watch the noob. Like, completely faking and creating a story just for the sake of it is what completely loses the authenticity of it. If there's nothing there, then in my opinion, don't do it. Stop wasting your money and time. $2023 was boring as shit, to be fair. To be fair, 2023 was just max domination. There wasn't a lot going on in 2023. And it's not as if there was much, you know, drama going on behind the scenes, because there was no team movements or anything, so They probably struggled a bit with stories and stuff for that one. Am I broadcasting from England? I am, yeah. It's entertainment after all. Hey, if your idea of entertainment is watching fake realities and stuff, then be my guest, I guess. I hope we don't come to conclusions after the series, is all I'll say. Second half of 2021 is when I started watching F1, been tame ever since. I mean, I think 2021 itself probably brought in a lot of people. Everyone heard about this crazy title fight happening and decided to tune in and start watching from there. But let's be honest, I mean, I've been watching F1 for so many years now. For a long, long time. And there has never been a season that I've watched that was as crazy as 2021 was. Like, even before that, it was still, you know, usually one driver doing very well compared to most others. So, 2021 was very much a gem in that sense. It was very rare to get something like that happen. I don't know if we'll ever get a season like that again. It'll definitely be a while. What up, Anathi? The Braun documentary was good, yeah. I enjoyed that as well. First race I ever watched was 2021 Monza. Explains why I'm a McLaren fan. Was you a Ricciardo fan as well, by any chance? 2021 Monza was a wild race as well, to be fair. Very wild race. 10.8. Very consistent lap times there. Another 10.8. Very, very consistent on the high tens there. How would you recommend turning off assists? I would start with turning everything off other than racing line, traction control, and ABS. So set your gears to manual as well. DRS to manual as well. Everything else manual. Just leave ABS, TC, and racing line on. And practice with that first. Once you've got the idea of that, start maybe turning off your ABS or TC, whatever you feel more comfortable with. Just turn things off one at a time after that. Because if you do it all at once, it will get overwhelming. And you have to learn different techniques for assists and things, so... Or turning assists off. ABS, TC, and line are the only ones assists you should be using to begin with. You should be, yeah. But most people that I've seen, you know, even use brake assists, and I'm like, no, no, please no. But people who, you know, they use automatic gearbox, they use auto DRS, auto battery, and yeah, you're taking away a lot of the game if you keep that on, so... Alright, good stuff. That was pretty good. We'll have a look at our medium lap times in a moment. It's horrible, Satar. I used it once just to see what it was like, and it was just completely taking me away from where I wanted to be. TC's hard on controller? It is. It is. The thing of the controller is it technically has like an inbuilt TC. And I say that in quotation marks, but... Am I racing? No, it's a free practice. We're in FP1 right now. But to be fair, we're getting through practice quite well right now, so... It won't be too long until we're into qualifying. Speaking of qualifying, I think next session we'll probably do some quali laps because we've got a good few tyres available for it. So, as it stands, on the medium tyre, we're currently doing a 10.7. We're a little bit off from where George Russell is right now. So, this looks like it's going to be a tough weekend, which is not a surprise, really. Because this car is very quick in the straights, but that's about it, which is why we're very quick in Spa. But a track like this, I don't think it'll be smooth sailing. I think we'll be fighting for... a few points rather than several in today's stream. Right. Other than that, though, I think I'm fairly happy. To be fair, we're only a couple tenths off from George. It's not too bad. We're faster than Hamilton, too, so maybe we're okay. Maybe. Yeah, it's because it's a very, very short pit lane. I think the pit lane here, even on 50 kilometers an hour, I believe it's only like 18 seconds in the pits. It's one of the shorter pit pit lanes that we have on the calendar. I have everything off except ABS, but I'm on controller, so trail braking is hard. Yeah, that's the problem with controller is you don't really get like a lot of... it's very hard to be precise with the inputs on controller. Not to say you can't, obviously. You definitely can, but it's much more difficult. You know, with the pedal, you can go like this, basically. With controller, it's that. So, you know, it's very difficult to have the precision of on controller. You're restricted to just the finger movement, really, rather than entire, you know, ankle and foot movement. All right, let's finish up FP1. Looks like we're going to finish around P14. Let's have a quick look. Alex Albon finished P7. A lot of soft tyres being used here in the opening session.
Join us again as the rest of the weekend unfolds.
But yeah, Red Bull looks like they're on top so far. Perez to Verstappen. They're a couple tenths up on Carlos Sainz in third, so it looks like Red Bull are going to be a strong car this weekend. Will Perez beat Verstappen in the race, though? That would be pretty crazy in Max's home Grand Prix. Lando P4, Fernando P5, Ricciardo, Albon, Piastri, Russell, and Gasly all in the top 10. Albon in P7, that soft tyre there. Not too bad at all from our teammate, but hopefully when we go on the soft tyres, we'll be able to go a little bit faster than that. But yeah, not too shabby overall on the medium tyre. Not many people used one, but we did okay, so. Oh, for sure. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you can't be quick on controller. Look at Galactic in our community races. That guy's fucking rapid. He's very, very quick. You could definitely be fast on controller. It's just... You just can't be as precise in that sense. Well, I mean, you can. No, that's wrong. You can be precise. It's more difficult to be precise, is what I'm trying to say. Well, finish this again, mate. I don't get why it's like that in the game. Knowing EA, they would just keep it the same on every track. The speed limits, they're designated by the track. Every track's different with the speed limit of the pit lane. Some of them be 50 kilometers, some of them be faster, some of them be slower. I think the one in Silverstone is the most painful. Have I tried to set up costs before? I have, yeah. How long will I need to make content to get into Creator Series? I don't know. Could be months, could be years, could be decades. It depends on the kind of content you make, depends on the community you have on you as well. As long as you make consistent and good content, you'll always have a chance. And of course, you have to be over the age of 18 as well. Or 18. Right. Let's skip a little bit of time, and then we'll crack on with some quali pace. I imagine Galactic's on keyboards. No, his movement's a lot smoother compared to keyboards. The problem with Fu's keyboard is it's literally 0 or 100. When it goes to throttling, braking, steering. There's not exactly much of a threshold with the keyboard. Right, let's crack on with some quali pace.
Okay, track's green right now, so take a few laps to get the tires.
We've got a good few tyres we can use here, so we'll put down a good few. I might actually... I might do a few laps on one soft tyre, just like some race laps, just to see how the softs feel in a race stint. The mediums feel fine, but I feel like the softs are going to be used a good bit here. Well, I'd go for the next CS race, keyboard only. I don't own a keyboard. My keyboard broke. Ignore what's next to me. That's broken. Right, let's get these tyres warmed up. Need a bit of space to K-Mag hit. We've actually got another car behind us, in fact, so I'll let him go. How much was all my racing sim? Quite a bit. Let's let Ricciardo go here in that white ball. Man, I'm excited to see that this season. It's a shame it's not Ricciardo driving yet, but I'm excited to see the livery. Gonna be beautiful. A bit more tire temp. These last couple of corners. It's not perfect, but it'll have to do. Right, here we go. First practice lap for some qualifying runs. See what our benchmark will be. 1 week to go. 1 week to go indeed. Feel good at turn 3. Kept it flat through the right-hander. Good stuff. Ooh, a little bit wide there, maybe. Might get a bit of a toe here as well. I'll tell you what, this looks like a pretty good lap, actually. This is looking like a decent little lap. We'll get a bit of slipstream here from Ricardo as well. That'll boost up the time a little bit. That's a purple strap to bat. 9.3. Lovely. Good stuff. I think we can try and push towards the 8s, I think. I think we can try and push towards the 8s. That is a very decent lap to get us going for FP2. Hopefully we can work with that a bit more. Alex Albon P3 too, so maybe our quali pace could be strong. Did you go to the F1 exhibition in London? I did. I liked it a lot. I was a big fan. Obviously, they have Grosjean's car in there as well from that Sakir race. And yeah, it's crazy to look at. It's really good. I'd recommend it. Yeah, I got invited out there. I think back in like September, I think it was. It's awesome. I believe it's leaving London soon though, right? I think it's going to Amsterdam fairly soon, so not too long left to see it. Where's this at? We're in Zandvoort right now. Oh, they're cool. I'm a referee. I need to sleep. Referees sleep all the time anyway. You'll be fine. Well, it looks like they get no sleep, I should say. Sorry. They always look like they're sleeping on the pitch. Vince recommending to a Grosjean 2020. I mean, if that's how you took it. I wouldn't say exactly like that, but, you know, if that's how you took it. Went to it last year in November. It was a great experience. It's really good. Really, really good. What's my cam settings? If you do... what's the command again? We have a command for it. What is it? Exclamation mark camera, maybe? I think it's command camera. There it is. See, I do have a somewhat decent memory. Yeah, if you click that link, it will show you my camera settings. We got 5 out of 5 on everything. Wow, we are cooking in practice so far. Absolutely cooking. We're 4 tenths quicker than Piastri at the moment too. 9 tenths up on Alex Albon. All looking pretty good, actually. All looking pretty good. Right. We've got 3 more soft tires to use, so we'll go and do a few more quali laps, and then I think that'll wrap us up for FP2.
Checks complete.
Melbourne's at 4 a.m. UK time. Yeah. I honestly don't mind it too much, though, because let's be honest, any F1 fan in Australia has to wake up at that sort of time almost every week, so I don't mind doing it a couple of times to compensate for those guys. When can we gamble? Soon. Very soon. Norris goes into P3 there in the McLaren as well. Williams, McLaren, McLaren, Williams. Imagine that in real life. I always wake up at horrid times. West Coast US is shit. Yeah. That's what I mean. I don't mind doing it a couple times to make it a bit easier for others from time to time, you know? What track is that? This is Netherlands. This is Zandvoort. We've got a few cars behind us here. I might just try and stay ahead, to be honest. Don't want any traffic in front of me. Race times are British biased. Don't tell the commentators. Alright, here we go.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
A little bit of oversteer, but held it together. Very tight at the delta at the moment. That was nice. Very nice through that. Good lap so far. About 2/10. Might be a bit tight on battery over the line, though. Yeah, you just went a little bit too much over the lap. Dropped from 2/10 to 1/10. Oof. That's tough. Just got to be a little bit better with the battery, I think. A little bit better with the battery, and we'll be good. But we extend our gap at the top, though. Extra 10th. Love to see it. We'll keep that up. What's my day job? I'm a engineer. Japan's actually a 10 p.m. Saturday race for me. So my Sunday morning is going to be boring. Yeah, usually the race is always on a Sunday, so you have something to look forward to, but... It's the same with us in, like, Vegas, though. In Vegas, usually, it's a bit of a weird Sunday. Because the race is always on a Saturday night, isn't it? So... That's always a weird one on in Vegas. For an idea, we have 24 races, make them start at 24 different times. Do them like a midnight Silverstone. Imagine. Is there any way to make the final corner less bumpy? It's a track thing. It's a track thing. How do we do at Spa? We finished first in Spa. We won the Belgian Grand Prix. But yeah, the final corner is literally just how the track is. It's very bumpy there. If you want to reduce the bump on your wheel, then you have to turn your 4C back down. It's the only way. How do they decide where each team is in the pit lane? And is it more beneficial to be earlier or later in the pits? I've heard some mechanics talk about it, and some say they do prefer being early in the pits, but I don't know. I don't think there really is anything beneficial to it as such. But yeah, it's all decided by the championship order from last season. So the 2023 order, so McLaren, for example, will be at the start of the pit lane. Then it'll be Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes, and so on and so forth. But I don't know if there's actually any, like, benefit to certain positions. Really. They prefer being earlier, but whether that has its benefits or not, I have no idea. Maybe there's less chance of being, you know, stopped by another car if you're in that position. I don't know. It's a game. Chill the fuck out. Was I not chill? Was I being not chill?
Standing by.
What up, Carter? How's it going, mate? Being early or late depends on the scenario. Often doesn't even matter. I've never seen any time where it's mattered, really. The only time I can see it maybe, like, mattering is you're saying it's different from real life. It's almost like I'm talking about real life. Someone asked a question about real life F1. I answered about real life F1. See, now I'm not chill. But yeah, I mean, the only way I can see it, like, being impactful is when everyone crams into the pits. And to be fair, when everyone crams into the pits, in theory, wouldn't it be good to be the last pit box? Because then you'd have no one in front of you who can hold you up, right? I suppose you could always see it the other way around as well, though, that if everyone crams into the pits and you're the first box, maybe you wouldn't get into the fast lane with too much trouble, you know? So I guess it's also that, too. Alright, let's go for one more fast lap. I think we might use that next soft to do a few race laps. Because I think the soft tire will be used quite a bit here. A little bit down at the moment. Battery's a bit better, though. So we might find something down to the line. This should be a bit of improvement. About half a tenth. Towards a 10. 9.2 again. I'm pretty sure every quali lap I've done so far has been around a 9.2, 9.3. That seems to be our quali pace. Overall, I think it balances out. There's not enough of a difference between first, last, or middle for it to matter enough. Not really, no. And like I say, from what the mechanics have said from what they've said and stuff for the past, it doesn't seem to be any impact, really. I think maybe it's just like an ego contest. They can flex that they got first in the championship by being the first ones to box, essentially. Well, Jack has a go, mate. Yeah, only back for next to Sauber. I suppose so, especially if they get their slow pit stops. You might be stuck there a while if you're behind them. I'm sure for them it'd be a nice change of scenery if they move boxed, wouldn't it? Shorter walk to the paddock. At least that's how Ross wrote the DTS episodes. Maybe. Maybe that's the, maybe it's a driver thing then. Drivers get a bit more relaxation time by a few minutes, if that. Shame this track is getting dropped off for next year. I mean, to be fair, it's not a great track, is it? I like it. I do think Zandvoort's a fun track to drive. But let's be honest, in modern day F1, it's not that great, is it? It's not that great. Would complain about that? Yeah. Would he just? That's valid, noob, to be fair. I've been caught out by the first pit box a few times. That's valid. And I'm trying to salvage all the I rating that I can and getting smashed into 3 times the formation lap. Hate when people don't pay attention. Yeah, that's the problem with low splits in iRacing. They are, I want to say questionable driving, but there's nothing questionable about it. It is just pure terrorism in low splits in iRacing. It's painful. Very painful. Got any better than Miami and Bahrain? I mean, I'd prefer anything to Miami. I actually like Bahrain, though. I think Bahrain gets, I don't know, I'm starting to feel like Bahrain's kind of underrated, chat. I'm not going to lie. I see a good bit of Bahrain slander these days. I think Bahrain's a little bit underrated. Quite a few overtaking zones. Decent track. Not bad in my opinion. Right, let's go to a few race laps on these soft tires, and then I think that'll wrap us up. How's our pace so far? 6/10 up on Oscar Piastri. Not bad. Not bad. Do a lap on controller. I don't have a controller. This is my controller. I love Bahrain, top 5 for me. I wouldn't say top 5, but I do like it. I do like it. Don't see the point of Qatar. Qatar sucks, I agree with that. It's fun to do a lap around, but it's terrible racing. Why does everyone hate it in Miami? Because it's terrible. It's a terrible track. There's no flow. There's just barely any racing there. Tire wear's high. There's no grip. It's just not a fun track to race or watch. Such a clumsy track. Rich ass guy, no controller. As I said, this is my controller. Bahrain's a good watch, but I hate driving it. It is a tough track to drive. It is a tough track to drive. Should definitely keep up with the YouTube, given the content you do, it's perfect videos, and eventually you'll get a big following. That's the aim. That's the aim. But yeah, for those who didn't see, I did upload a new YouTube video today. It was the Creator Series Round 6 in Miami, where we had a double header in Miami, my arch nemesis track. So if you haven't watched that already, make sure you do so. Let's just write YouTube in the chat, link in my bio on TikTok. Best street track? Singapore. Jeddah counts as a street track, right? I think Jeddah's a street track. I might say Jeddah, actually. I really like Jeddah. Jeddah is a street, yeah. I like Jeddah. It's a very fun circuit. Wait to sub to Vince, I can afford a keyboard. I'm gonna make it the most expensive keyboard I can find. Baku's great too. Yeah, I don't mind Baku. I used to really like Baku, but it's fallen off a little bit in my opinion. Technically, Cannon's a street track. It is. It is indeed. I've got 7 laps of fuel, so we'll do 4 or 5 laps on this tyre. We'll have a look how they fare. I've seen keyboards that cost more than my R5. Yeah, I'm not someone who would ever pay a lot of money for a keyboard. Definitely not. Same as a mouse as well. I've seen like gaming mouses out there that are like stupid amounts of money. I'm just having my little raised death adder that costs like 40 quid. That would do me. I'm happy with that. I don't need nothing crazy. Seems hard with Melbourne's class a street circuit. I don't mind Melbourne. It's all right. In terms of difficulty, it's a fairly, I'd say, easier track this year compared to the previous layout. It flows nicely, though. The racing's all right, so can't complain too much, you know. Where'd I get the steering wheel from? You can get it directly from Mossa. Or you can get it from their distributors, which is on the website. My mouse is free because it came on my laptop. Fair enough. I think we call that a trackpad, though. As long as it has 2 extra side buttons on the side, I'm happy. That's exactly what my Death Adder's got. It has 2 thumb buttons on the insides. That's all I need. That is all I need. Did you watch Ferrari's live stream today? No. Yeah, definitely can't flat out that right-hander while on race fuel. An extra that double clicks. Interesting. Around the same as like 6 years, it has 12 buttons on the side. See, what do you actually use that for, though? What do you use those 12 buttons for? I assume it's for something like, I don't know, those MMORPG games where you have like huge amounts of abilities to use. I just don't see the need for something like that. Touch on the grass to the inside there. Who am I rooting for this season? I'm a Verstappen fan, so naturally gonna root for Verstappen. I'm also an Aston Martin fan as well, so naturally gonna root for Aston Martin, but I don't think Verstappen will win the championship this year, though. Have you ever failed to make it through to Q3? Yes. In this car, definitely. Try to ask a proper question about Monaco on a BBC Sport, but the F1 pundit reckons it should stay for the prestige and history. I agree, to be honest with you. I agree. Hamilton for the 8th? Not this year. I actually think Hamilton will struggle this year, if anything. Someone asked me earlier what my hot take for the season was, and I didn't really have an answer, so maybe I'll say Lewis struggling will be my hot take. If that's a hot take. I don't know if it is. Maybe just a mild take. Maybe like Peri Peri or something. I don't think Max will win the WDC this year, so I'm rooting for our favorite rookie. Fernando Alonso, right? That's everyone's favorite rookie. Yeah, I think we'll finish up this lap, and then that'll do us for practice, I think. Tried traction control off the first time and couldn't keep the car in a straight line. You have to learn a lot of throttle techniques for turning that off. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's a big learning curve for it. Hamilton might be close to 8th of the drivers and getting his 8th driver title. That is probably true, to be honest with you. It's not that I don't think Hamilton will have a bad season or anything like that. I just don't expect a lot. You know, it's his first time in, what, 26 years, I think it is? 27 years, where he's not being backed by Mercedes. He's got brand new people around him, brand new environment, new car, new teammate. Like, it's going to be a very weird first season for him. I'm not saying he won't get a championship in the future, though. Maybe next season, if Ferrari get the regulations right, he might be all right. But I think this season just is an adjustment season. But we'll see. Maybe I'll be wrong. We'll find out in December, I guess. I felt it was harsh for Carlos to be dropped for Lewis. I mean, yeah, but at the end of the day, if you have the chance to snap up a 7-time world champion and one of the greatest drivers to ever grace the sport, you're probably going to take it, really, aren't you? And with all due respect to Carlos Sainz, he hasn't won that many races. I think he's only got, what, 3 wins, is it? 2 wins? He's not got very many wins. He was a solid driver, a consistent driver, but he's not what's going to win you a Constructors' Championship. He's not the difference for a Constructors' Championship, in my opinion. Was it 4 wins, was it? Like I say, solid driver, but he just wasn't someone who was, you know, going to take Ferrari to a new level, essentially, that I could see Lewis doing. You were born the year Lewis won his first championship. I was 8 years old. Silverstone 22, Singapore 23, Aussie 24, Mexico 24. Well, improvements there. It went from one winner season to 2 this season. Charles definitely better than Sainz, yeah. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. And there was a lot of debate for a while, actually, wasn't there? A lot of people were debating on who was better out of Charles and Carlos, and people were saying that Ferrari dropped the wrong driver, which to me was outrageous. That was crazy. Tom, thanks for following on Twitch, mate. Appreciate it. Welcome in as well. You're born the year Kimi won his first and only, 2007. Good times. Am I going to watch the Australia practices? Maybe. Maybe. Mid-season, Sainz was better? For 2024, you mean, sorry? Or... I mean, if you look over the entire season, like, yeah, Leclerc did have a couple of bad results, especially in Silverstone, but to be fair, that was more of his team's doing than anything. But over the entire season, Leclerc was very consistent, actually. Lots of P3s, P4s, P5s, where the car sort of was supposed to be. So, Leclerc did a very solid job of the entire season. It was actually, you know, up until the final day, was in the fight for second place in the championship. It was like a bit of a dark horse in 2024, in my opinion.
We're in for an exceptional weekend of Formula One.
Facts, noob. Facts. I, as someone who was born in 2000 as well, I back that. I back that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of FP2 and the end of practice for the day as well. We do finish up on top with some good quality laps at the end there. 9.2 our fastest. Charles Leclerc in second place. We can't stay away from each other, can we? It's always Arthur and Charles next to each other at the moment. Perez, Piastri, Russell Alonso, Stroll, Hamilton, Norris, and Gasly all in that top 10. Alex Albon, unfortunately, falling a little bit short in FP2 in 14th place, so hopefully he can find a bit more time. Verstappen and Sainz were the only drivers not to use a soft tie this session. They placed 17th and 20th, respectively. So, yeah, all right. That is practice over and done with. Canada, Austria, and Silverstone were close bad races. Like I say, Silverstone was just a complete mess for Ferrari. The strategy calls they made that day were horrendous. So I'm not gonna blame Leclerc too much for Silverstone. I honestly don't remember a lot of Canada. I think I missed that race. Austria was mostly quite a boring race, but obviously there was that big incident between Lando and Max, wasn't there? So I don't remember too much what happened to Leclerc in that race. It's time to gamble. Yep, we do be getting towards gambling season. We do be getting towards it. One car issue, one just bad weekend, and one team strategy. Yeah. Birthdays are overrated. Just another day for me. I mean, I don't really do anything for my birthday. I'll probably just, honestly, just do another stream like I usually do. Birthdays don't feel like anything. Like, if anything, I'm just a day older rather than a year older, you know? Nothing changed between the day before and the day after, you know? So, I don't usually bother too much with birthdays. Praying for Verstappen downfall? I mean, like I said, I don't think Verstappen will be near a championship this year. I'd be very surprised if Verstappen was in contention for the championship. And that's not me saying that he's not good enough. Obviously, Verstappen is good enough for another world championship. It's more the fact that I don't think he's got a car this year that will be able to compete for it. He might still get a win or two here and there, but I don't see him in the championship fight this year, to be honest with you. Right. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get ourselves ready for qualifying here in Zandvoort. Qualifying round here, obviously, as we know, is very, very important because overtaking around this track is very difficult. If you're lucky, you'll get a shot at turn 1, and if you're very lucky, you might get it on the second straight as well. So, other than that, there's not many overtaking opportunities around this track, so qualifying is going to be very, very important. In the meantime, before we get started, let's get our car set up for qualifying. We'll go with number 1 in the MGUK. We'll start with number 3 there. That can go number 1. Turbocharger can go to... Ooh. Probably number 3, actually. Control trucks number 2. Gearbox to number 4 as well. And that should get us through this weekend quite comfortably. Like I say, in Monza, we are going to have to take a new ICE. We'll probably take a few components in Monza. Maybe just do a back of the grid start. But we are getting a bit tight on some of these components now. So we are getting towards that time where taking penalties for upgrades is going to be essential, essentially. So... but yeah, qualifying is going to have a bit of rain to it as well, Chad, don't forget. As you can see, right at the start of qualifying, it's going to be a bit wet. And I'd imagine it will stay wet for the entirety of Q1 as well. In Q2, it might rain a little bit at the start. Then it should dry up as the session goes on. And then Q3 should be full optimal conditions for the final session. In terms of race, it should be fully dry as well. A little bit of cloud cover, but no rain forecast for the race. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started for qualifying here in Zandvoort. Let's see what we can do. Once you're 25, you can finally rent a car without being charged extra fees for being young. So there's that. Is that an America thing? I don't know if that's a thing here. I've never rented a car in the UK, so... The only time I rented a car was in Iceland. But I mean, you kind of have to. If you want to go to Iceland, the only way to do Iceland is to rent a car. So... Do I see Spurs getting beat? Who are they playing against again? That's valid, Root. That's valid. It's always kind of funny that, isn't it? The day before you turn 18, you're not allowed to drink. But the day after, you can drink. It's only 1 day difference, but... it's always a weird thought. It makes sense, obviously, but it's just a weird thought. You know, yesterday I wasn't allowed to drink because I wasn't 18, but today I can. It's only 24 hours difference, but, you know. Strange how much can change, huh? Oh, AZ Alkmaar? Oh, God. I have no idea. Can drink in France at 14? Publicly? Because when I went to France, we had to be 18 to go into bars and stuff like that, so... Maybe that's a bar thing, actually, to be fair. Maybe in bars you have to be 18 to enter. Rules are rules. I know. It's just a weird thought. That, like, literally, you know, 24 hours ago you weren't able to drink and now you can. It's just, you know, the difference of 1 day. It's an American thing. If you're under 25, you get charged extra to rent a car and can't rent a car till 21. Oof. Well, I'll bear that in mind if I go to America. I've always wanted to do, like, a road trip of America and Canada and stuff like that. So, I'll bear that in mind now that I'm almost 25. You can get a 1000cc motorcycle at 16. Jesus. Right, so, as expected, it is pretty wet here. We are going to put a bit of fuel in the car to get us started. We won outlap, race lap, cool down lap, race lap, cool down lap. 5.6 should be good then. 5.6. All right, that'll do. It is easing up, the rain, to be fair. It is easing up. Intermediates are on. All right, let's do this. Let's do this.
Easy to start with. The track's very wet.
How do you not get bored of doing every full race in F1? By streaming. Making content, having you guys involved makes it 10 times better. Barely getting any more freedom, but now you can pay taxes, yeah. Everyone's favorite thing is paying taxes, right? Wet races are so fun, IMO. I don't mind them, to be fair. Honestly, my favorite kind of races are the ones where it's like interchangeable conditions. So, you know, it starts wet, gets dry, goes wet again, dries up again, that sort of thing. But it's just like really random and mixed up. Also, is it me or is the surface really shiny? I love taxes, but tax accountant, they keep me employed. That's fair. I mean, I guess as an accountant, you kind of need to know about taxes, don't you? I get bored from doing 50%. See, the problem I have with races that are 50% or less is that the strategies are basically always the same. It's always, you know, medium hard or hard medium or soft medium, medium soft. Like, it's always a one-stop, basically, in a 50%. In a 100%, it could be anything. It could be a one-stop, it could be a two-stop, sometimes even a three-stop. The tires you use are always variable as well. I don't know. I just feel like there's so much more to a 100% race. I understand why people can't do it. It takes a lot of time. But can you go, bro? Rank in the world? What track? Every track, I'm sure I'll have a different rank. I don't know, though, to be fair. I don't really do time trials, so.
We've dropped to P20.
Usually, typically, I'm in, like, the top 3%. But I don't really do time trial that much. Ooh, Alonso, you're awkwardly placed there, my friends. Is this a full quali? Yep. Come on. There's been an okay lap so far, nothing crazy. I'm just having to adapt to these conditions right now at the moment, which is proving a little bit difficult. Do you have any advice for controller players in F1? Yeah, getting a wheel is my advice. It's much more fun. Over, let me go. How's it going to be for our first lap? P7 ahead of Ocon Ricardo, behind Stroll and Russell. So probably needs to another lap here. I don't think the lap would be quite enough to get us comfortably through to Q2. So we've got a bit of fuel. We'll just back off the battery, recharge, and go again next lap. All of you that voted yes, you're welcome. But 3K, no. Bro's trying to get them big points, huh? What AI are we on? 108 for qualifying. We might knock it down a tiny bit for the race. Typically speaking, the AI here at this track are pretty good. Usually a bit stronger in the race, so we'll see. So quality goes. How long have I been playing? Ooh, a while. 111k versus 3k. Whoever bet all that money on yes, imagine they lose. They'll be crying. Tom and Isation, thanks for following on Twitch, guys. Appreciate you. Welcome in. Hope you guys are doing good. Alright, we'll do one more lap on this tyre. The wear is very good right now, so no hesitation about that. Right, let's go set another lap down real quick. This rain is easing off a little bit, I think, isn't it? Alonso goes fastest, 19.6. That's about 0.6 faster than us. All right, let's do another lap here. $18.8 for Verstappen. Wow. That's a very good lap.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Leclerc and Williams. This is Arthur Leclerc, not Charles Leclerc.
Okay, we've been pushed down to P13.
Purple first sector. Rain's definitely easing up a little bit. That dry line's definitely formed as well, isn't it?
It looks like we're running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly.
It's a touch deep. This lap might be enough around P2 or 3, I think. Don't think we'll be able to beat Max's time. Can we keep it flat for the banking? Should be able to. We can indeed. To the line we go, about a second faster. That should be about P2. 19.2. It is indeed. We do split the 2 Red Bulls apart. Verstappen's put a really good lap time down there as well. Especially on a more greasier track at that time as well. So, yeah. Okay, not bad. Let's head back into the pits. That is not too bad at all to get us going for Q1. But like I say, this rain should ease up even more and the track should get a bit drier, so that lap will not be enough to get us through to Q2 at the moment. We'll have to do some more. Oh, Scotty, how's it going, mate? Low risk, high rewards. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. How's my thumb? My thumb's good. Did watch IndyCar last weekend, but was quite boring after a while. I don't know what it is with IndyCar, but I can never get into it. I've tried to watch a few different races in the past, but I don't know. It's just, I've never been able to get into it. It's not as if, like, the racing's bad or anything. You know, all the tracks being relatively equal as well helps out. But, I don't know, it's just... I've just not been able to get that hook factor on it, you know? You need to watch with friends. What are those? I'm unfamiliar. No one's on track right now. Everyone's in the pits. Looks like the rain has stopped now as well, so... Maybe a soft tide in the session. Maybe. Motorsports for me, I need to watch with other people. I don't know. Not for me. I've watched endurance racing so many times on my own and stuff and been perfectly fine. I don't think it's the fact that I need to watch with friends. Usually I'm perfectly fine watching things on my own. Where do I download this friend thing? Is it free? What wheelbase have I got? I've got the Maserati 9. I know, Zab. It's pretty scary, isn't it? Imagine the G-forces they go through. Right, so 8 minutes left to go in the session. It does say the precipitation is going to be easing up now, so... It could be a soft tire at the end. I prefer watching alone than someone else distracting me. I don't know. I don't mind watching with people. It's just I'm perfectly fine without as well, you know? I can't be asked to watch Chelsea anymore. Let me watch paint dry. Are you going to tell me you're losing, Nico? Don't tell me you're losing. Go around to the 4-minute mark. Let's have a look at the track. Ricardo's doing another lap on the Inters. To be fair, it's still very grey out here, but the track looks okay, doesn't it? We haven't had a shot against Copenhagen. Oh, boy. What up, Dana? What new to do you play on? I play on about 8 of my 9 available, roughly. I watch endurance in the gym. Doing endurance while watching endurance. Seems good to me. Let's see this lap time for Ricardo real quick. This should be fastest, I think. Yeah, it is. 17.7. Track's drying up a good bit. Track is drying up a good bit. 17.7 for Ricciardo puts him about a second faster than Max Verstappen at the moment. We did go fast in the first sector, but unfortunately, yeah, middle sector Max is faster, and final sector he was faster too. So, okay, but it's time to find. So far, so good, Dana. So far, so good. Danny knows what up. He does. He does know what up. Those softs don't look bad, do they? Yeah, everyone's going softs. All right, I'm going to leave it another... Why does a Sauber sound like that? Ew. The Ferrari sounds like it's changed engine sounds again. I don't like it. All right. Oh, fuel. Nearly forgot fuel. There we go. Right. Let's go on the soft tires then.
Everyone be aware, the car's ready to go.
I wish Le Mans that way. That's fair. That's fair. Is it the mod? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think there's any sound adjustments in the mod. Not that I know of, anyway. All right. Only one car staying in the pits, so I think that's Danny Ricciardo. I'm pretty sure Ricciardo's going to get knocked out in qualifying here. DRS has just been enabled as well, so... Is the Ferrari engine? Yeah. It sounds like even quieter and even higher pitched. If that makes sense. It's the old sound? Is it supposed to sound very quiet? Unless it was just a replay. Track looks better now? Yeah, it's a lot better. Just to be careful with tire temps. Shouldn't be any quieter than the normal engines. On that replay screen, it was very quiet. Which made it sound really weird. I don't really use the Ferrari much in this game, so... Not great on tire temp, but we'll have to make do. All right, track is still relatively green right now. It's still a bit greasy out here. We've got 35 seconds on the clock. And I almost found the barrier. That wasn't ideal. Jesus. Okay, gotta be careful. All right, here we go. .5 for Lando. Lap time is going to get faster and faster.
And that's P13. P13.
That's a P17 right now. Looks a little bit sketchy, doesn't it? But we should find a lot of time on this lap, I think. Seven and a half seconds. Car sliding through the banking and down to the line we go. How's it going to be for our final lap of Q1? It was 11.0.
Here's your controller.
P5.
Get a gold-plated Xbox controller.
Oh, I was going to get a keyboard. But if I must. Too much noob for the 5-month resub, buddy. I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, get a sweet spin chat to welcome noob into the Biz fan for the 5 months. I appreciate it, dude. With that Twitch Prime as well, you love to see it. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is qualifying number 1 over and done with here in Netherlands. Max Verstappen fastest so far here in the Zandvoort circuit. Fernando Alonso at the front row at the moment as well. Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc, and ourselves in the top 5 at the moment. Sergio Perez, George Russell, Esteban Ocon, Lewis Hamilton, and Nico Hulkenberg all in that top 10. Alex Albon does get through to Q2 as well in P13. He's got Piastri and Norris directly in front of him at the moment, and Magnussen and Gasly behind. Leaving Q1 then will be Lance Stroll, the Aston Martin, knocked out in Q1. I guess that's realistic at least. Zhou Guanyu in P17, Tsunoda and Bottas in 18th and 19th, and Danny Ricciardo in plump last there. A good 5 seconds away from Valtteri Bottas. He didn't do a soft run, so Ricciardo kind of wasted his runs in Q1 there. But either way, P5 and P13 is not too bad. Hopefully, Albon can try and find a bit more time for Q2 and get himself into Q3. But, ladies and gentlemen, a decent Q1. Onto Q2 we go. Sweaty, thanks for following Twitch as well, mate. Appreciate it. Nah, you're just a newbie, Root. You're still a newbie. Okay. I guess we'll probably use the old soft tire for our first lap again in Q2. Again, we'd like to save a set of softs for the race, ideally, if we possibly can. So let's skip a minute or so, just to about the 14-minute mark. Fuel should be set already. So let's head into our first lap.
Engines fired up. We're set.
Charles and Arthur have attachment issues. Yeah, they really do. Can't stay away from each other, can they? So ready to gamble again. This is your life, Cake. This is your life now. Right, let's try and do a bit of a better job at the tire warm this time. Tire warm was a little bit tricky at the end of Q1, so we'll just focus a little bit more on that. The left tire's come up quite nicely, but it's the right side that's usually the issue. Who do you think will win the Drivers' Championship this season? Lando Norris. That'll do. All right, here we go. First lap coming right up. 9.0 for Fernando Alonso so far. I accidentally turned the RS off there. Wasn't ideal. Let's lock in real quick. Doesn't feel too bad so far. Need a bit more inside curb. Into the chicane.
We've dropped to P15.
Ooh, God. Nearly dragged it wide out of that penultimate corner. Around the bank we go. Over the line. How's it going to be for our first lap of the night? Ooh, P4's not too bad, actually. Faster than final sector by the looks of it. Despite running that touch wide. P4 is not bad. We can work with that. We will probably need to do another lap, though, because that was on an old tyre. And I don't think it'll be enough to get us through to Q3, but... a 9.1 to get us going for Q2, though, is definitely not something we can complain about. Do latest transfers. This isn't FIFA. This is not FIFA. You can't download later squads. Like you can on there. Here's my favourite driver, Verstappen.
Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel remaining.
There might be a couple more drivers to a lap, we'll see. There ain't no edit squads? No, there's not. There is not. I don't know if there's a mod for it. Is there a mod for it? That changes the drivers? I don't think there is. I don't know how customizable the, or how moddable some of those things are. I think a lot of them are locked, so. What up, Wega? How's it going, mate? Not this year? Yeah, I didn't think so. Only way we can do that is F1 Manager. What do you think, Lewis will finish this season? I can't remember what I put in my prediction. I think it's about 5th on my prediction. I've already forgotten my championship predictions. I know my top 3, but I don't remember most of the rest. Cheat engine probably works, but it's always a headache. It's always very risky to use as well, the cheat engine. Always very, very risky. Do the driver stats actually matter when you're controlling them, or just the car stats? Honestly, I don't think the driver stat does actually anything in this game. It does for other drivers, obviously. All the drivers have their ratings incorporated. But in terms of your sole driver, I don't believe it matters. I think it's just like for contracts and stuff like that, essentially. That's the only reason it matter. Opinions on Lewis Hamilton? One of the greatest drivers the sport's seen. That's one of our biggest complaints this year, lack of modding tools to make interesting scenarios. I guess the reason for that is probably the new anti-cheat thing, right? They introduced the anti-cheat for the first time this year, and I assume that that kind of made it complicated for modding. But it would be nice, though. It would be nice. We are now down to P7, by the way. Max Verstappen's gone fastest, 8.6, almost 0.3 faster than Sergio Perez. Piastri, Charles, Fernando, Carlos, ourselves in 7th there, George, Lando, and Lewis in that top 10. We're about 2.5 tenths faster than Pierre Gasly in P11, so we are going to have to do another lap here. And we're going to have to try and find a bit more time, if we possibly can. All right. Do I watch football? I do. Not willingly most of the time, but... Aaron only really plays career mode on these vids, not online. Yeah, I mean, the anti-cheat's for everyone, though. It doesn't make a difference whether you play single player or multiplayer. Anti-cheat's anti-cheat. Diego Dallo, get a real job, honestly. I feel like he might be a fan of Diego Dallo. Might just be me, though. Who do I support? I'm an Arsenal fan. Don't know why EA doesn't do driver updates for F1, but other sports games they do race roster updates. They do driver updates. I mean, they don't do, like, the whole, like, you know, driver transfers and stuff like that a lot of the time. But they do update the, like, their stats and stuff. They do it, like, 3 or 4 times throughout a season, I believe. I think it's, like, a quarterly thing they do. Every quarter of the season, they update their stats based on how they're doing, so. How do you speak on F124 with an Xbox headset? You can't, unfortunately. Only on PC and old gen, I believe you can do it. But when it's fall asleep during a match, this will be it. All right, 6 minutes to go. Let's skip a little bit of time. We'll go to about the 4-minute mark. And then prepare ourselves for our final lap. Right. So, Verstappen fastest so far on an 8.6. I imagine that lap should be more than good enough to get him through to Q3. He's 7.5 tenths up on Pierre Gasly, so I'd imagine no problems there. Obviously, we did an old soft tyre for our first lap, and the difference is right now about 1.5 tenths between the new soft and the old soft. Now, if we found that 1.5 tenths, it would put us roughly where Piastri is right now. Which would not be too bad, actually. Not be too bad at all. But I assume everyone's going to be on a fresh tyre for the last lap as well, so... it does say it's raining right now, but I can confirm it's not. Common bug that happens all the time. Right, we should start seeing the first cars heading out on track in a moment. There we go. Alonso and Hamilton, first ones out on track. We'll wait until about the 1 minute, 2 minute mark, and then we'll head out for our final lap. Or is Alonso and Hamilton going to be the only people doing a lap? Nope, there's more going out now. Some late bloomers. I think he means with the engineer, Paul. I assume anyway.
Please, cars ready to leave.
I was about to play Sims in a mass update, so I had to repair all my mod files. Oh, rip. That's a problem when a game updates when you have mods on it. You have to redo them all the time. Alright. One person staying in the pits. I assume that is Max Verstappen, who's staying in the pits in front of the home crowds. I'm pretty sure his lap will be more than enough to get him through to the final session. Alright. 1.5 minutes to go here in Zandvoort. We'll probably cross the line with about 20 seconds to spare. Weather report. Let's make sure it's going to stay clear.
Conditions look stable at the
Okay, it's
moment.
good.
No rain currently expected. Dry is
It
definitely
will stay
the
dry.
fastest tyre at the moment.
No rain forecast. Good stuff. Let's try and work the right-hand side tyres if we can. Left side's not too bad. It's just that right side needs a bit of improvement. Nice, that'll do. That'll do. All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Final lap of Q2. Can we find ourselves into the final session here in Zandvoort? All comes down to this lap. Our final one of Q2. Here we go. Lock in. Beautiful turn 3. Beautiful. Two tenths up. Finding good time. Lovely. We're through anyway with P9. We are through to Q3 regardless, but that is a lovely lap time to help us on our way. I think we've got a purple final sector, and look where it puts us. P3, ladies and gentlemen. Great lap at the end there. Very, very nice. We are on fire right now heading into Q3. This is the kind of form we need and the kind of confidence we need. Verstappen leads the way here in Netherlands. It's a Red Bull 1-2 with Perez in second place as well. Ourselves in third, Charles in fourth. Once again, can't get away from each other. Alonso, Norris, Sainz, Piastri, Russell and Hamilton all through to Q3 as well. Unfortunately, Alex Albon couldn't make it through to the final session. We finished 4 tenths faster than he did, and unfortunately will be the first man eliminated in Q2 in P11. Pierre Gasly and Esteban Ocon in 12th and 13th. Hulkenberg and Magnussen in the two Haas in 14th and 15th. They are both eliminated from Q2 as well. But P3 looking good so far, ladies and gentlemen, as we head into Q3. Soft tires are hot. We haven't left the race. Yes. Yeah, we're going to have one spare soft tire. We always try and keep one spare. Always. Where's Williams in the performance index? We are like 5th, I believe. Something like that. But it's very tight between the top teams, to be fair. It kind of goes like Red Bull, Ferrari. Then it's McLaren, Aston Martin, ourselves, Mercedes, who are all very, very close to each other. So it's definitely not a surprise that we're doing well right now. Maybe a little surprise. Little tiny surprise, but nothing crazy, you know? Pole will happen. I don't know. Verstappen's flying so far. Verstappen is flying. Right, let's go on to an old soft tire for our first lap, and then we'll go for the fresh ones that we unlocked for Q3 directly after that as well. So, old tire first. Let's see what we can put down for this first lap.
Everyone ready?
48,000 go to 7 people. GG's. New prediction up, ladies and gentlemen, for Q3. New prediction up in the Twitch right now. Will we finish in the top 5 and predict? Or top 3? Let's see. Never mind, I can't see it. Oh, top 3, there we go. Will we finish in the top 3 in Q3? Get your predictions up on Twitch right now. Could be interesting, actually. Could be interesting. How many laps is Zandvoort? 72, I think. It's a lot, let's say that. Definitely a lot. Oh, I tell you what. Fairly even on points right now in the prediction. I think I saw 18k versus 16k. It's very close. Let's try and get a little bit more tire temp on the right-hand sides. I wish Monza was that much. Honestly, Monza has too much in itself right now, so... I get bored at Monza. Too simple of a track for me. Yeah, tires are a little bit cooler this time, but... should be okay still. Alright, here we go. I wish Monaco had more laps. We need 2 Monaco races in a weekend. How about that? Need a sprint race at Monaco. Touch deep. Just clip that grass to the left-hand side. Had to lift through the right-hander. .7 for Perez. .6 for Lando. 8.2 for Max. Are we going to be in the 8s? Let's see. Around the final bank can we go. Down to the line. How's it going to be? It is an 8. It's an 8.9. P7. Ooh, P7. I mean, I guess for an old soft tire, maybe it's not too bad. But if we want that top 3, we're a bit off.
Posted a faster time that drops you down to the 4th row. P7.
How do you get the RPM thing? The what? What RPM thing? Monza needs a Paula tunnel that spits you out the parabolica just for its, so it's a straight 300 kilometers.
Okay, we've only
Incorporate
got one
the Portugal game into Monza. Then you might have a good track, so it ends quicker. On my IRL wheel? You mean the rev lights? Yeah, on your Monza pit house, if you go onto the wheel area, you can click on like the individual rev bit on the wheel picture. And you can change all your rev lights and stuff to how you want them. Really? That was a warning for speeding? Damn. We need a TikTok live cam on Twitch. What for? I love to gamble. Why would I call someone that would tell me to stop? When the fun stops, stop. That's what they say, right? When the fun stops, stop. So if you're having fun, keep on going. If you're not having fun, maybe then stop. I ain't here to promote it. I'm not going to show my pet house right now, no. I'm kind of, you know, streaming at the moment, so. All right. 6 minutes to go in qualifying. We're down to P8 now, so someone has gone a little bit faster. We were originally P7. George Russell and Fernando Alonso both underneath us at the moment as well. But, we need to find a bit of time. We need to find a lot of time to get in that top 3. We need to find probably around 3/10 at least to get into the top 3 here. A fresh soft tire will go just under 2/10 faster, but a lot of this is going to have to come down to our pace, I think. The tires alone will probably put us around where Piastri Hamilton are right now. But, yeah, if we want that top 3, we're going to have to try and find a bit more, don't we? Who won out of the 3 drivers in Austria? What? Who do I think will be the top 3 in Australia this year? Lando, Charles, and Piastri. I think it's always fun. If you lose, just double your next bet. You eventually win. We won't talk about the debt you're in after, but All right, 5 minutes to go. Let's go down to the last few minutes. We'll go to the 3-minute mark exactly. That should do. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Fresh soft tires are bolted on. Let's make sure the fuel's on minimum, which it is. 3.5 is perfect. And we should start seeing our first cars heading out on track in a moment's time. And then it'll be our time to shine, hopefully. Barry won with a 10-second penalty here. It's true. He did. He did. It was also in a good car, though. That's the difference. I suppose the Williams is also decent right now, too, so... I'd be very surprised if we won this race. Very, very surprised. Take out 1 million loan, win 2 million, repay loan, you are now a millionaire. Or just never pay them back. And it could be a double millionaire. That is true, Bucks. That is true. Fernando Alonso and Lando Norris, the first ones heading out on track. 2 minutes to go in the session. We'll give it another 10 seconds, and then we'll head out on track ourselves as well.
Right, the car's ready. Let's get it out there.
All right. Let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this. If you're against debt from gambling, declare bankruptcy and start again. Good luck with that last bit, but... Right, every driver's heading out here. Every single driver heading out for another lap. Sometimes we usually see 1 or 2 drivers stay in at the end of Q3, but not this time. Everyone's doing another one here. Right, let's focus hard on the tyre warm-up. That is going to be vital if we want a good lap here. Spurs losing 1-0. Colour me shocked. Colour me shocked. Left side's good, in a bit more on the right. That'll do. Alright, that's not too bad. Okay.
Okay,
Here we go.
Rain about 10 to 15 minutes.
That rain shouldn't hit. We should stay clear of that rain. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Lock in. Final lap of qualifying. What can we put down here for this final lap in Zandvoort? .2 again for Max, I think that was.
Okay, dropped to P10. Let's go again. We can do better.
.3. Where's it going to put us? Up to 3.5 tenths over the line we go. It's going to be an 8.6 over the line. I don't think that's a top 3. It's not. P7, ladies and gentlemen, is where we start for the Dutch Grand Prix. Ah, man. That was tough. That was a tough lap.
Well, that wraps up qualifying.
It's quite close among the top 10, to be fair. 6 tenths difference between that top 10. Verstappen, as expected, putting a flying lap in, and he puts his Red Bull on top at the end of Q3. Lando Norris joins him on the front row, with Carlos Sainz and Fernando in 3rd and 4th. Perez and Piastri, the 2 Ps, starting on the 3rd row. And once again, it's Leclerc in 7th and 8th. What is this, bro? Why are we so, like... Why do me and Charles just migrate together everywhere? Oh, man. We start P7, Charles starts P8, and then Hamilton and Russell in 9th and 10th. That's a little bit unfortunate. We tried to find a bit more there. But, yeah, P7 was the best we could do. But, it's not all doom and gloom. We can definitely still try and work with that and hopefully push up the order a little bit. It will be a tough race. We did say at the start of the weekend that we're not expecting too much this time around. But hopefully we can spring a surprise or two. Why we saw a touch trial, brother? It's in the DNA, I guess. It's in the DNA. Dutchman coming in with that 19-month resub as well. Thank you much, Dutchman, for the 19, buddy. I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, get a salute spin chat to welcome Dutchman into the Vince fam for the 19 as well. Appreciate it. Thank you, man. Gonna bet 100k on the race to make up for it. Hey, it's your points. It's your points. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go then. Unfortunately, P7 was the best we could manage for that qualifying session. And P7 is where we provisionally start for the Dutch Grand Prix as well. Maybe if there's a penalty or two to someone in front of us, maybe if someone's taken some new components, maybe we could try and bump up the order a little bit. But for now, this is where we start this race, and hopefully we can try and get a good result from it as well. Am I going to the race this year? Not at the moment, no. Not planning to. This Southern Championship is looking as well. We're heading into the Dutch Grand Prix too. As you can see, Verstappen leads the championship by an extraordinary margin right now. 82 points to Lando Norris. So I think it's safe to say he should have the championship in the bag for this season. But Lando Norris right now in second place, only 1 point ahead of us. We're on 179. He's at 180. I think he starts ahead of us for today as well. And then, of course, we've got Charles Leclerc in P4. He's 5 points down on us. So only 6 points separating second to fourth. It's very close in the championship right now between us three. Then there's a bit of a gap between where Charles and Carlos is. And then you've got Fernando, Lewis, Sergio, and George Russell, Piastri, all in that battle as well. So they've got a pretty tight battle in that higher midfield area. But, yeah, surprisingly to our own surprise, yeah, being P3 is not too bad at all, is it? So, hopefully, we can try and manage that for today's race as well. But, we do have Charles Leclerc right behind us, so I guess he'll be our rival today once again. Right! While the race goes up, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go take a quick toilet break. I'll be back with you guys in 2 seconds, and then we'll return for 72 laps of racing action in what should be a dry race. No rain is forecast today. There is a little bit of cloud cover towards the end, but it should stay dry for the most part. But I'll be back with you guys in 2 seconds' time, and then we'll begin 72 laps of racing action here in Zandvoort.
For years, the passionate Dutch fans have been easy to find trackside in races across Europe. Here this weekend, it's even easier to find the Dutch fans as they have a race to call their own once again. A warm welcome to all of our viewers in the Netherlands and around the globe, of course, as we get underway for the Dutch Grand Prix. A lap of this short 2.6 mile Zandvoort circuit features 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left, with a 678-metre main straight heading into turn 1, Tarzan Corner. And on that straight with DRS open, that'll be the best overtaking opportunity on this track. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Lando Norris lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Perez, Oscar Piastri, Leclerc, Hamilton, Russell, Albon, Gasly, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Magnussen, Stroll, Joe, Tsunoda, Bottas, and Daniel Ricciardo fills the last spot on the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. And joining me in the commentary box this afternoon, the First Lady of World Motorsports, Naomi Schiff. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say, they've got the better of them more often than not. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, every driver certainly has their own way of preparing themselves before a race. But I can tell you that pre-race rituals are a real thing. When I was in go-karting, I used to touch every wheel in a specific sequence before I got into the kart. And then I stepped up to cars and had a specific set of fireproof base layers just for race day. So watch the drivers when they're on the grid. Some may be sitting on the floor and isolating, others may be up to other things that they do. But these little things really help their minds get ready for the race.
All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Welcome to Zandvoort. Looks a little bit gloomy and moody over here, doesn't it? But overall, not too bad. My TikTok crashed while I was away as well, so let me just quickly sort that real quick before we start. Right. It sometimes does that, TikTok. I don't know why. I have no idea why. Right. Strategy, as expected, looking like a two-stop. Medium, medium, soft is kind of what I was expecting this weekend. It'd be a bit weird to go for a three-stop, wouldn't it? I don't think we should go for a three-stop. TikTok keeps crashing. Do we want to start on the softs, maybe? Or is it best to end on them? They're not going to do a huge amount of laps, obviously, the soft tires, so... Something like that, maybe, if we did start on the softs? That should be good, so... What's everyone else starting on? Let's have a quick look. So, top 7... Sorry, I should say top 6, actually. Top 6 is starting on the soft tire. Then we've got Charles, Lewis, and George. All on mediums. I'm going to stuff down here so you guys can see it's a bit easier. And lots of people down here starting on softs as well. So only 3 drivers are opting for the medium tire. Only 3 drivers opting for that medium. What do we do? What do we do? We're definitely not going to 3-stop this. 3-stop would be a bit of a waste. We'll drop that fuel down a touch as well. It's either start on softs or ends on softs. You think it's soft, medium, medium? Soft, medium, medium. Save the softs for a late safety car. That is very opposing what you just said. If you want to save the softs for a late safety car, we need to start on the mediums. We only have 1 soft. Any shot the medium hard, I would be inclined to do that, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm not feeling that one. Don't think so. I mean, it's a very short pit lane as well. Let's not forget that. It's only 18 seconds for the pit stop here, so... Go faster first down the mediums for longevity. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. It's definitely a 2-stop, this. 100% a 2-stop. It genuinely is a question of whether we start on that soft or medium. I think we should start on it. Because everyone around us is starting on the soft tire, and I just feel like we need to stay with these guys for now, don't we? Track position early on could be quite important. This is a track where track position is very important. We know how difficult it is to overtake. There's not many overtaking opportunities. You know, if you're close enough at turn 1, you'll get a shot, but that's about it. So, I think for now, we need to work with that soft tire at the start. And, yeah, like Mason says, maybe go for an undercut or something. Maybe go for an undercut. Hey, Zanvort, quite hard to make a move. It is difficult. It's a very difficult track. Which is why we're debating on the strategy right now. We need to get this strategy right. Do we take a new engine? No, we're doing that in Monza. Doing that in Monza. Okay, I think we go softs. I think we're going to try and go for that track position early on, and hopefully that will get us towards a good result. Obviously, we won in Belgium last time, so hopefully we can, well, probably won't win again, but hopefully we can try and get, you know, into that top 5. Right. Prediction, ladies and gentlemen. In Belgium, we did do a team v team v team. However, the team v team might be a little bit awkward this time. So, should we try and go for a top 5? I think a top 5 looks pretty good. We start P7. We've got Charles right behind us. We could definitely try and push that top 5, couldn't we? I do feel the AI could be quite quick in the race, but I guess we'll find out. You think a DNF? The last time we DNF'd was in Imola for our last career. I think in season 3 or season 2. What up, Tom? Leclerc v Leclerc, you think? You want to do a Leclerc battle? We could do a Leclerc battle if you guys want to do a Leclerc battle. The Battle of Leclerc. Who'll finish highest out of Arthur and Charles? Yeah, Nico's too busy watching the Chelsea right now, so. Let's do it. Let's do it. Arthur versus Charles. Who will finish highest out of the Leclerc brothers? Our first time in the prediction having both the Leclercs going against each other. Pray the boss is back. You can fight him now. Oh, yeah, the boss on Twitch. Got you. Make it actually Leclerc v Leclerc, so we don't know who we're voting for. But I don't even know who will be who. And that's quite important. I think I need to know. Why the same names? Arthur Leclerc is Charles Leclerc's brother. In real life. We didn't create a character. This is a real life person. Who was in F2 last year. It's just can no matter what. Let's do that. Arthur versus Charles, who will come out on top in this race. All right. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time to get ourselves settled and ready for this race here in Netherlands. We start this one in P7. We had a very good qualifying session for the most part, but unfortunately couldn't quite get the lap together at the end. Unfortunately, P7 was the best we could do. So hopefully we can try and take this P7 and try and get a good result from it in the race. Obviously, in Belgium, we won the Belgian Grand Prix. Think it's safe to say we probably won't win this one, but hopefully, as per the prediction, we'll try and get into that top 5. And this is the strategy we are planning on doing to help us on our way as well. We're going to start on the soft tires for 22 laps. Then we're going to transition over to the mediums 25, maybe even a little bit longer, actually, maybe like 27, and then go 23 in the mediums at the end, where they should hopefully have their optimal pace and maybe help us towards that top 5. But track position around this track is very important. We all know that it's very difficult to overtake here, so getting this strategy right is absolutely vital. Today's prediction, ladies and gentlemen, will be between the two Leclerc brothers, who will finish on top between Charles Leclerc and Arthur Leclerc. Make sure to get predictions up in the chat. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get running for 72 laps of racing action here in Netherlands.
Okay, how was that pull away? You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to...
Ladies and gentlemen, the Battle of Leclerc is underway. We had a great battle with Charles out in Belgium, and it looks like we're on for another one here today as well. Which Leclerc will finish highest? Will it be Arthur? Will it be Charles? Get your predictions up on the Twitch right now. Oh my lord. Am I seeing that right? 420,000 points. On who? Is that Arthur or Charles? It's on Arthur? No pressure, huh? No damn pressure, chat. 420,000 points on Arthur. I don't know if I can cope with this. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Zandvoort. We've got 5 red lights here in Netherlands. And we are running for round number 14 of the season. Piastri struggling a little bit in that second phase as we try and creep around the outside early on. Charles Leclerc didn't get a great start either as we try and hook it around the outside of Oscar Piastri at turn 1. And that could be a move done. And it is. Great start to the race. That's exactly what we were looking for as Sergio Perez and Fernando Alonso have a little bit of a scrap at turn 3 here as well. Is Piastri going to try and fight back here? I don't think he is. But that is a great start to the race. Charles Leclerc losing a position. Arthur Leclerc gaining a position. And that just opens up that prediction a little bit more, doesn't it? Wow. Alonso and Perez had a long battle there as well. That just has lost them that bit of time to the group in front. I think they're still just within that 1 second as we get a little bit of a snap on the exit, heading on to the penultimate straight. And it's a chicane where the Orange Army will be in full force. Verstappen still leading his home Grand Prix. He'll be hoping he can win it as well. Cold tyres, yeah, it's a bit difficult to warm the tyres up around a track like this, but we'll see. Turbo failure coming lap 32, it seems. Verstappen leads the way then on the opening lap. DRS is now enabled as we head in towards turn 1. Overtaking around here is going to be very, very tricky, so hopefully we can try and make the most of this. You can't vote with channel points. I'd take you in a country that doesn't allow it than her. Big bro on medium tyres. That is true, to be fair. Charles has got back into P8. He is on medium tyres, so I guess it'll be a strategic battle against him, won't it? It will be a strategic battle. Try and keep up the enthusiasm all race. I've been alright in the past. I'm hoping we'll be alright again this time around. We did lose out a little bit so far to Checo on this lap, but we're still within DRS range. Piastri still just lingering around the back of us. Into the chicane we go one more time. Any rain forecast? No, it should be a full dry race. It'll be a cloudy, moody day, but just like in Belgium, shouldn't be any rain. DRS wide open once again, heading down towards turn 1 for lap number 3. Piastri still on the back of us, gets a little bit closer down towards the opening corner, but still too far back. I think I saw a scrap for P2 in front of us there as well, between Lando and Carlos. Out turn 3 we go. Got GT up. Oh, tell you what, Lando's lost a little bit to Carlos since their battle. Any possibility of a bit of front wing damage? Any front wing damage maybe for Lando? That could really make things a bit interesting. There'll be a free position for us if he has got any damage. On to straight we go again then. DRS wide open once more as we try and get close to Perez, but just a bit too far back still at the moment. Come on. We're slowly falling back on Checo, aren't we? We are slowly falling back on Checo. 12.3. New PB that lap. That's a good braking at turn 1. A little bit deep maybe, but we do keep it close. Lando is back tucked up to Carlos again, so do a gift that can try and stay with these guys. I think Charles might have fallen outside DRS. By the looks of it. Yeah, I think he has. Well, that could be good, couldn't it? That could be very good. Piastri's all at the back of us here, though. If Piastri battles us, that might allow Charles to get back within that 1 second range. So we are going to try and keep it calm here. But the more we can gap Charles now, the better it'll be for late in the race. Because he'll be on the softer tire at some point. Unless he does a one-stop, but I doubt it. Maybe less than vote, but not wage. Possibly. He won't get anything on the channel points or lose anything at least, so. Lando and Carlos flying away for P2 up in front. Fernando Alonso's just tucked up behind, waiting for his chance to pounce. Perez also quite close as well. 2.1 seconds to gap to Charles now. And he has got a bit of traffic behind him that are trying to get past him, so hopefully can lose a bit more time. Either way, someone's getting a big payout, gamer. Someone's getting a big payout somewhere. At the moment, it favors Arthur, but still got a long way to go. Only on lap 5 right now. 2.1 again to Charles, so gap maintaining at the moment. And it's 35 to 25, so not that big of a payout. Yeah, but I mean, when you consider the amount of points available, The amount of points I'll put into it,
Team
someone's still
Radio.
going to get good money.
Michelle 7264 says box retire the car.
Now the
Engine
right
is
pedal,
done for.
the right pedal still works, so no retiring right now. If my right pedal is working, I ain't retiring. If the left pedal don't work, then I'm already out. And so is someone else, probably. That was a good sector one, that. Alex Albon, P8, by the way. Yo! Good start for Alex. He started P11. He's already up to P8. W start for Albon, chat. W start. I don't know if we're about to catch up to this group, but him getting that position over Charles for now is very good for us. Very, very good. Purple sector one as well for ourselves, so starting to find a good bit of pace in this softer tyre now. Into chicane we go. Perez just keeping himself in front. Bit of understeer into the penultimate corner. Imagine losing your right pedal during the stream. That wouldn't be too fun. That would not be too fun.
We're slowly gaining on the car in front. Try to keep up this momentum.
Problem is I'm getting in like no spots where I can try and overtake at the moment. I'm always just too far back at turn one. Carlos Sainz made his move on Lando again. Remember that happened to Max during a Spa race? Yeah. He was doing a race with Lando as well, wasn't he? And his pedal fell off. That was good. I think it was his brake pedal, right? Only chicken brake. They still won by 30 seconds, yeah. And I'm pretty sure they towed as well, so... Yeah, 30 seconds. Winning by 30 seconds still was crazy. Oh, on the gravel there. Ooh, bit of a slide on the back end. 2.5 to Albon. If we can just keep holding those guys behind him, that'll be really, really good for us. Here we go, on to lap 8 then. Everyone in this train kind of keeping their order right now, other than the second and thirds. They've switched up a little bit, but they get all over the back of Sergio Perez out of turn one. What up, Riley? Swiffy and Casting, thanks for following on Twitch, guys. Appreciate you. Welcome in. Hope you guys are doing good. Max is gone. Yeah. Max has been very quick this weekend. Plus, second and third keep fighting, which has just opened up that gap a little bit more. So, Max is in the best of every world right now. That gap to Albon's improving as well, so that's even better. The more we can open up the gap to that second group behind us, the better it will be for our race. So Albon's got to do a pretty good teammate job here to help us out. I like what he's doing so far. To be fair, we actually had a pretty good middle sector there because we gained quite a bit on Sergio Perez. I wonder, are we close enough for a move here on Checo? Almost tapped the wall on the left-hand side. I'm just a little bit low on battery. Can I look up the inside of Sergio Perez? Unfortunately not. We've got a really nice middle sector there, though. How good at F1 am I? I'll let you be the judge. Everyone's very slow at turn 3, though. Turn 3, everyone's just holding each other up a little bit, so gotta be careful of that. Bit of understeer on that right-hander. AI's at 108. 108. To be fair, Bugs, yeah. I don't think a lot of people consider Max a favourite, so it's not a bad wager. Probably has decent odds, all things considered. What's my favourite circuit? Spa-Francorchamps. Perez a little bit too far ahead again here.
Within 1 second
Did
of
burn
the
through his
car
battery,
ahead,
though.
ready to use DRS for the overtake.
Oh, God.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by
He almost parked it at turn 1.
1 second.
Charles has got back past Alex, chat. Charles is back past Alex. 3.2 seconds.
Lost some time
The
to
gap.
behind.
And the problem is, this group is just holding each other up through the corners right now. Who's the hardest driver to pass in the game? Probably Max. What if you leave a gap at turn 3 so you can slingshot yourself? I might have to ride the banking a bit more to do that. And then it's a question of whether I've got enough battery as well to keep it going. Yeah, Charles gained this lap, hasn't he? 2.8. That's a little concerning, isn't it? That is a little bit concerning. There we go. I'm going to see if we can try and lunge one, maybe. We are getting close. Here we go. Late lunge up the inside of Sergio Perez. We're making a move now. Up the inside of turn 1. Have we got the grip of the exit? Perez just gets the grip on the outside. As we try and muscle our way through, we get the outside now at the slingshot of turn 3. We just get better grip on the outside line. And I think we could try and by. Great run out from turn 3. And up into P5 we go. That's a good move. And we just keep ourselves within DRS range of Fernando Alonso as well. That's a very, very nice move. Very well done. Very well executed. Need a few more of those, though, if we want a podium. Just keep pulling ourselves towards Alonso. I've got Ferrari to win the constructors and Hamilton to win drivers. I don't see Hamilton winning drivers. I could see Ferrari winning the constructors, but Hamilton winning the drivers? I don't think so. Ooh, almost right in the grass on the insides. Look at that DRS and slips from Alonso. Should be far away from Perez, so these front two are battling again. Norris and Sainz going at it once more at turn 1, sorry. Who have I got for the drivers? Lando. I'm not a Lando fan. I just think that Lando will be in the best position this year for a World Championship. It'll be between him and Charles, in my opinion.
Okay, Arthur. Lap times are a little erratic at the moment. We need consistency, so let's try and stabilise them.
16.4 average lap time. Our last lap's 12.8, so it should be fine. McLaren is favourite. I just think McLaren will have the stronger car over the season, and that will help Lando get his championship. Realistically, Lando, delusionally Charles. I wouldn't say it's unrealistic to say Charles is going to be world champion. I wouldn't let delusion get in the way of that. Lando will fold, he always does, under pressure, same as George. Nah, this year will be different. I think Lando will definitely have the better car for the most part of the season. I think he learned a lot from his time against Verstappen as well, so he'll most likely be going up against another sort of rookie championship contender in Charles, so, you know, I'm sure he'll make mistakes as well. But I think his outright pace will help him a lot this year, and having the better car. Piastri will give him his run for his money, though. I don't think so. I don't think so. Piastri's a great driver, but he didn't convince me enough last season that he's ready for a world championship. He did last year. He only won 2 races. And one of them was because the team fucked up in Hungary. Lando's experienced the pressure. Now he's had to break to settle. I don't see the pressure being a big thing for him. You could kind of argue the same for Charles as well, though. Because in 2022, Charles was a bit of a contender as well. Only for like the first maybe quarter of the season. Harris getting a little bit closer. Should be okay. But I do think, like I said, I think Charles and Lando will both have competitive cars this year. So I can see it being between those two. Rob, thank you for the confetti, mate. Appreciate it, dudes. And hopefully for Lando's sake as well, whatever that constant problem down towards turn 1 on the opening lap is, off the line, hopefully for his sake, he's fixed it. Because that let him down several times in the past. Getting bad launches and losing positions off the bat. That was a big, big problem last year. And the past generally, so... If he can fix that up and hold on to pole positions, then that will help him out a lot in the long run. I want to see Alonso in an Adrian Newey car. I don't know how much Adrian Newey will have a say on this year's car, really. He only obviously started working at SMI a few days ago, wasn't it? So I don't think we'll see a lot of Newey's work this year. Probably more so next year, if anything. Will it be enough for a third World Championship for Alonso, though? Tough to say. Tough to say. Albon past Charles again. Oh, yeah, they are. They're fighting a lot, aren't they? That's getting us some good time. How well do you think Lewis will do? I think first year will be a bit of a struggle for Lewis. I don't see him as a title contender like some people are. I think he'll do fine, but I'm not expecting a lot from him this year. Maybe in 2026, with the new regulations, he might have something to prove there, but yeah. You can never count Max out, at least not yet. Obviously not, no. And Max has proved that he's got, you know, undeniable talent, especially the last few years. But he's also, at the most part, had the fastest car. Through a good 60-70% of the season last year, he didn't have the fastest car, and he still managed to hold on to the championship. But again, that did come with Lando probably not doing the best he should have. But this year, Red Bull, I don't think at any time will even be like the second best car. I only see Red Bull as the third best car at most throughout the season. My faith in Red Bull right now is very, very small. Very, very small. Vinny, thanks for following Twitch, mate. Appreciate it, dudes. Welcome in. Lewis complaining about strategy of Ferrari will be very explosive. Yeah. To be fair, Ferrari have been better with their strategy since Vasseur's come in. Still not perfect, you know, i.e. Silverstone, but a lot better, generally speaking. Salvo and Egg & Co, thanks for following us on Twitch as well, guys. Appreciate you. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you guys are doing good. Riley as well, thank you, dudes. How to get this mod? You can download it on overtake.gg. If you also do the command deliveries in the chat, extra deliveries like K-Craze done there, then that will take it directly to the download link. What up, Kiko? Swearing bad is a joke? Oh, of course. We've already touched on. Oh my god, holy shit! Carlos Sainz with a huge lockup at turn 1 there. Nearly went into the back of Alonso because of it, and that's given us a free position. Thank you very much. We'll take that. We will take that. We made up a couple positions so far this race, and we get another one completely free of charge there. Lovely stuff. We'll take that. And now, it'll be between Alonso and Norris for P2. Well, we did say earlier on, we're not planning on getting a podium, but I'll tell you what, we're only one position away from it. Also, look at that gap between Max and Norris, by the way. That is ridiculous. Verstappen's on fire this weekend. Unless he has a mechanical failure, this should be a comfortable win for him. All good with wing, yep. Yeah, we managed to avoid contact and stuff, so. What place do we start? P7. P7. Sergio Perez is boxing. End of lap 17. Checo's in. Do we react? I think we've got to react, right? I'm a little worried about where we'll come out in the train, though. I'm very worried about when we come out of the train. At the moment, we want to go to lap 22, but Perez is boxed very early. He got wing damage from Sainz. Who? Checo? It didn't seem like a long pit stop. It seemed like a fairly normal time. Checo's on a 3-stop. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. What's the over-under of number of times Vince says to be fair in any given stream? To be fair? It'd be a lot. It's like my favorite thing to say, I think, to be fair. And I can't lie. Oh, boy. To be fair and I can't lie are the two phrases I say quite a lot. Perez is last, yeah. There is a few more people boxing. I think one of the Yassins is in. Maybe Lance Stroll, that is. We'll make a great drinking game. Don't think it lasts too long, I'm not gonna lie. There we go, I just did it again. You definitely wouldn't last long. Evil Vince be like, to be biased. to be completely unfair. How far ahead is Max? Very far. Very, very far. Alonso has got by Lando Norris as well. Be drunk real quick. Depends how much of a heavyweight you are, I guess. If you're a lightweight, a couple of to be fairs and you'll be gone. You'll be gone. I guess Lando Norris is going to go for a move here. No? Okay. I thought he'd go for a move, but he decided not to. I think Charles is starting to gain on us, isn't he? Yeah, no, it's Stroll. Alonso's still out on the track. I think Charles is starting to gain. To be fair, we wouldn't last long drinking him, I can't lie. I'm going to incorporate that into your daily phrases now. Before you know it, you'll be saying it every other sentence. Vince is a lightweight. I'm not drunk in a while, to be fair. I've done it again. Are we going to call it out every single time I say it now? Every time I say it, to be fair, we're just going to call it out. At least I'm going to anyway. Give me a drink I've done in 2 weeks. I don't remember the last time I've done a drinking game. It's been a while. Usually, I do hold my alcohol quite well, typically speaking, but like I say, it's been a while since I've drunk, so maybe times have changed. I'm pretty sure Verstappen's almost got entire pit stop to Alonso at this point, by the way. He still continues to open up that gap. Bro's a demon today. All right, next lap, I think, chat. Next lap, we're going to box. We're going to get off this soft tire onto a medium. This soft tire has actually been pretty solid. That left side's definitely feeling it, though. 37% in their front left. It's not pretty. It's not pretty at all.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilize some of this energy. Come on.
So end of 22 will box. Need to get undercut Norris and Fernando. It depends when they pit. Here we go again, down towards turn 1. Is Lando Norris going to make a move with Fernando Alonso? Yes, he is. Looks to the outside, then opts to the inside, and can't really conclude on where he wants to make the move, and has to sit behind Alonso for another lap. All right, I think we box this lap, chat. I think it's time, right? I think it's time to get off this soft tire onto the medium. I'm a little worried about maybe some traffic. But I guess we'll find out. All right. Box.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Boxing this lap. We'll see if anyone around us pits. Hopefully we'll be on a bit of an undercut here, but we'll find out. Soft, medium, soft. Probably not, no. Probably a soft, medium, medium.
Remember, box this lap. Keep
Did the
an eye on
softs.
distance and the speed limit line.
I'm wearing a little bit too much,
Make sure
plus
you
we don't have a extra soft. This is the only one we had, so we'll spin the rear tires. Here we go out the final corner. And we're going to dive into the pits right here then. Everyone's staying out. Good stuff. Everyone's staying out. Here we go. Charles passes. That's about 5 seconds to Charles, I think it was.
We had an issue attaching the right rear wheel. I know it's not ideal, but let's try and put that behind us now and get back into this race.
It's finally happened. It's finally
Up to
happened.
speed now. Let's get some heat into those tires.
I guess it was due at some point, wasn't it, chat? It was due at some point. We've gone the entire season with Williams without a single pit stop issue. I hope it's not a sign of things to come. All right, we're going to have to try and put our foot down a little bit more now. Because we lost a bit of time from that. I think about two seconds extra. So that's going to hurt us a little bit in our pursuit. I guess it is quite lucky we did an undercut then, so we should be able to find that time back, but yeah, a little bit unnecessary. Little bit unnecessary. Lance Stroll's gone for another set of softs, by the way. Possibly used.
Alexander's coming in for his stop now.
Albon's in. Lots of people making their pit stops. Ooh, this is going to be a bit tight on the exit, isn't it? We might lose out a couple positions. The crowd directly behind Lando Norris. Has Alonso stayed out? I think he has.
Okay, so the car ahead's come in and fitted the soft tyre.
Where's Checo? Where's Checo? Lando went soft. Yeah, same as Sainz. Is that Checo directly in front of us? Ahead of that Haas? Perez 5.4 ahead. Wow. He got a good undercut then, didn't he? He got a very decent undercut. Hopefully his tyres will be a little bit more broken than ours, though. I think we've lost DRS to these two ahead. That soft tyre working in their favour so far. Yep, lost DRS. Stroll's going to catch us then. Stroll's going to catch us. These medium tyres are not fired up yet. Couple more people in the pits. Piastri's going to come out right behind us as well by the looks of it. And Alonso stays ahead. That's a bit frustrating. Lost out to Alonso. Ah, that was a little bit annoying, wasn't it? What up, Andrea? That's a little bit frustrating. Doesn't that have no force feedback, Wolfram? Am I right in thinking that? I'm pretty sure that Wolverine has no force feedback. I think Piastri's going to get me a turn one, isn't he? This medium tyre is not fired up right now. I'm going to have to let him go. No point fighting it. What football team do you support? I'm an Arsenal fan. Charles is in. That's a little bit early off the medium tyre, isn't it? 26 laps, actually. It's about right. Okay, we stay ahead of Charles by a good portion. Charles on another set of mediums, so 6.1 the gap. It's not too bad. Maybe we can try and stir Piastri, will get the benefit of DRS. Anyway, see what happened to Albon. Gap is huge. I have no idea what happened to Albon. That's a little bit of a lock up, a little bit deep. Just a dot online, fair enough. Fair enough. AC is still beating Spurs, good. Is it like typical FFB? Is it like a little bit of resistance or something? I know it's one of like the more budget ones, or the starter kind of wheels, but fake feedback. Come up in pitting. That DRS and Piastri is beneficial to us right now. Back into P7 for the time being. Those guys in front of Piastri are just pulling away a little bit further. Shuki, thanks for following on Twitch, mate. Appreciate it, dudes. Welcome in as well. I wonder if Lando still watches the stream. I very much doubt it. Very much doubt it. It probably wasn't even him that came into that stream that one time. I'm pretty sure it was probably just his management team or whoever. I very much doubt it was actually him. One United game. There's no foreseeable you get a bungee system. Interesting. Oh god. Why are the rims feeling so snappy on a fresh tyre? Why are you doing this to me? Lance is quite close, so I'm going to try and get a bit of a boost towards Piastri if I can.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 8.5 seconds.
Let's keep pushing. Still extending that gap to Charles as well, 6.7. It was 6.1 on pit exit. So we continue to keep on finding that time. That all-important time. 4 times Spurs lost. Only good teams beat Dutch teams. Am I right, chat? Especially by 7 goals. Those guys in front of Piastri are actually holding each other up a little bit there. So I'm backing each other up. DRS again on Piastri. Out the final corner. Now just get us a little bit closer and we'll hold off Stroll another lap. 11.9, new PB. First time in the 11s as well. Top 5 is a minimum. I'm working on it. You gotta remember the guys around me right now are all on soft tires. We're on mediums. The fact we're even keeping up Piastri right now is actually pretty solid. The longer we can do that, the better for our race. Long way to go still. Not even halfway through yet. Where did we quality? P7. Last stint soft? No, we already started the softs. Did they pit to softs? Yeah. They started on softs and pit to softs, so I assume they'll go mediums next to the end. Maybe hards. I doubt it, but I'm gonna sneeze. That was a horrible place to sneeze. God damn. Excuse me. Charles doing a medium soft? Yeah, he's doing the reverse strat's what we're doing. 6.8, they gapped him that time. Lost a little bit. Top 3 predictions this season. Lando, Charles,
They're holding
Max.
us up now, so let's please try and get past as soon as possible and get on with our race. Push, push.
Are we doing soft, medium, medium? Yeah. Yeah, we'll go for another set of mediums. We do have a soft available, but it's a used one. So I don't think it's really worth it. Don't think it's worth. Let's double check, but yeah. I'd imagine the soft tires are probably like 4 or 5%, which isn't bad, but obviously we don't get as much of a peak with them, so. How's the engine? Engine's good. We'll get through this race with the engine, but in Monza, we're going to have to take a penalty for a new one. Charles is gaining a little bit, isn't he? Led and FN, thanks for following the Twitch, guys. Appreciate you. I don't know if I said that second name right, actually. I'm going to have to double check on that. Neil, we'll say Neil. Thank you for following, Neil. Appreciate it. Welcome in as well, buddy. Appreciate the follows, guys. They should tell you the tire wear instead of saying used. I've always said that. I don't know why it doesn't tell you what the exact tire wear is. And you should also be able to choose which tire as well out of the softs you have available. Like, if I have 2 softs, let me choose if I want to use, you know, the 3% or the 4% worn softs, you know what I mean? I don't know why it doesn't tell you that. I've lost a little bit to Piastri. That was a good chicane, though. Should just get ourselves back in DRS. To which we do. When are we boxing? Lap 49, so not for a while. I need to turn that off from softs as well. Yeah, we're still away from while away from boxing at the moment. What platform am I playing on? Steam. PC. Oh, Jackson. Too complicated for EA? Yeah, apparently so. Apparently so. 6.5 to Charles. He's still creeping, isn't he? He's still creeping closer. And like I say, we really need to keep that gap as open as possible because he'll be on soft tires for the final stint. We'll be on mediums, which will leave us a little bit susceptible. So it's going to be a tight ending, isn't it, between ourselves and Charles? We'll see if we can get the advantage, but it's going to be tricky. Wolf gifted the outer sub as well to Olive. Thank you much, Wolf, for the gifted sub there, dude. First gifted sub to the channel. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, get a slow spin chat to welcome Olive into the Vince fam on behalf of Wolf. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you, man. And if you're on the chat, make sure to give a massive thank you to Wolf for the gift of sub. Tires feel good. They feel okay. Nothing crazy. I don't really know what the word is to describe the tires. They feel a little heavy. Like it feels like they're a bit of a... They're just kind of dragging a little bit. If that makes sense. Maybe go for a softer 5%. The problem is the left-hand side tire. There's a lot of very fast right-hand corners which burn through your left-hand side tires. So, like, yeah, it'd be good to go soft at the end, but is it going to hurt the tires too much, even on 5%? Best advice to avoid locking up, setup wise and driving wise. Try and keep braking in a straight line. Obviously, you need to learn how to trail brake to go faster, but braking in a straight line, easing off the brakes as you head into the corner. Setup-wise, you can maybe try and reduce the brake bias a little bit. But obviously, it can change the locking to the rear tires, which can be even scarier, so I don't want to overtake Piastri. I do feel like the soft tires starting to drop off, but don't want to overtake him just now. Stroll 1.3 behind, by the way. Soft tires dropping off, chat? Question? Soft tires dropping off? Think they are, aren't they? Stroll's lost our DRS, so... Ooh, hello. I think we've got to get past Piastri at turn 1 here. Why is my rear sliding? Chill. Right, let's do it. A little bit of time battery, but I think we've got to get past it. Perez in. Around the outside of Piastri we go.
Oh, mate, great stuff. You hit that
He
target.
tries to hang on the inside. We'll give him space. A little bit of wheel rubbing there, I think, between ourselves and the Aussie. He's still trying to hang up the inside at turn 2. And this time we get the grip on the outside at turn 2. And that will get us that position back on Oscar. Into P5 we go. Perez has pit as well. Perez has pit as well.
And gap to the car in front, 2.8 seconds.
Right, 2.8 to Alonso. Let's see if we can try and start reeling the guys in front in. I'm a little bit worried about Piastri's DRS, though. Perez in traffic now. Perfect. There is a good bit of traffic in that group, isn't there? Come on. Oh, he's close enough here, isn't he? Man, go away. Bruh.
Come on, you can win that place back.
That's annoying. I'm trying to pull away and he gets past me. That's a bit frustrating. Laura accurate, Max, I see. Yep. Doing what he does best. .6 to Charles. He's gaining. Charles is gaining, chat. It's not the news I wanted to share with you, but unfortunately, that's the fact. Charles is gaining. Did Piastri get like a second life on this tire? What the fuck? Starting to pull away from me as well. Did the gap to Alonso grow? Yeah. Because of Piastri. There we go again.
Okay, the car ahead's beginning to pull away. You know what to do.
Christ. That was a late move. It was a very late move. Stroll might hold him up. No, because Stroll's boxed. Stroll's boxed, so unfortunately that won't happen. That sounds like, I don't know. Maybe he's on hard to the end, Stroll there. Because he did a double soft so far. What are these guys doing for their strategy? Driving behind.
Piastri's behind. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 12 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap, 1 minute 12.1.
What's their strategy here? Ragnar, thanks for following Twitch, mate. Appreciate it, well, dudes. Welcome in. Piastri too far back. That's good. Are they going to go mediums to the end? Or are they going to go hards to the end? Because we only recently hit the halfway point in this race. So it's a long way to take a medium tyre, isn't it? Very long way. So it could be hards. Possible, though? I mean, yeah, it's possible, but I'd imagine they'd feel like shit pretty quickly. We've been on this tyre since lap 22, so 16 laps. and the left side's on 20 and 16. So, yeah, it's possible, but surely it's going to not feel good at the end. To 24 laps on softs and 30 on mediums could work. Damn. It's not going to be pretty at the end. It's not going to be pretty at all. Here comes Piastri again. He's going to get past us. Car gets lighter, that's true. That is true. We are 10 laps away from boxing for ourselves as well now. Lap 49 is our current projected box lap, so we are getting close to that. Speaking of getting close, Charles Leclerc 4.8 now. He continues to gain. I saw Lance Stroll went quickest there as well. Very curious what tire he's on. Unless he's on a 3-stop. I doubt it, but he might be. Oh, Jesus. Come on, tires, stay with me. Don't fall off on me now. 4.7 to Charles as we head down towards turn 1 again. And we should get by Piastri once more. We'll swing to the outside. Back ahead of the Aussie. It's starting to get a little bit cloudy again round here. I break down on DNF with a few laps left of the race. I hope not. That happened in Belgium. I don't want that again. He was going to score such good points for the team. We were obviously going to win that race. He would have finished P5. It'd have been a great weekend for Williams. Still very good, don't get me wrong. But, yeah, it could have been even more. But, what can you do? 3.5 to Alonso. I want to say we're clawing that time back a little bit to those guys in front, but I don't know if that's accurate. Come on. I think we should be okay to Piastri this time. Just recharge a bit more battery. Well, Nico. When we finished the last race, we won in Belgium. Can anyone turn Max's engine off? He's literally almost got an entire pit stop over Carlos in second place. It's ridiculous how quick he is, man. He has been giving it a little bit easy as well, because obviously second and third were fighting a lot, so that allowed him to break away early. And since then, he's been on cruise control, basically. But it's his home race, are we shocked? Did we take a new power unit? No. We're doing that in Monza. It'll be a last to something. Last to podium, maybe, in Monza. We should be very quick in Monza, in theory. Because, as we saw in Belgium, our powertrain is very, very good. So, hopefully, we'll have a good chance of getting a good result. Here comes Piastri up the inside. Don't really want to fight, to be honest with you. Don't really want to fight, Oscar. That'll lose us time to Charles. When is the Monza race? Monday next week. Next time I'll be live, will be on Saturday for the Creator Series. That'll be a mystery 100% race somewhere. Obviously on Sunday we do open lobbies and our community race. And then Monday we'll return for the career mode. Yeah. So we got Monza on Monday, and then Wednesday we'll have Baku, and then Thursday Singapore. So that'll be a tough couple of days, that. Two difficult tracks. Lost out a little bit to the guys in front. 4.2 to Charles. Getting a little bit worried about that gap to Charles.
Okay, gap to the car in front.
And again, this is not going to help. I really don't want to fight. But Piastri keeps trying to dive me. We're doing a good job of defending it, but like... This isn't good. Charles is getting way too much right now. 3.9 after that battle. We can't afford these battles, man. We really cannot afford it. Mods are easy, the other two not so much? No, definitely not. Like I said, I think in Baku might be alright with the straight line speed, but Singapore will be tough in this car, I reckon. Losing time to Alonso? Yeah. I mean, honestly, losing time to Alonso is one thing, but losing to Charles is another. Charles is going to become a major, major threat as this race continues. When are we pitting? Lap 49. I'm honestly deliberating whether we should go a little bit earlier for that final medium. Because I don't like the time that Charles is getting right now. Don't like it at all.
Okay, we lost the position. Try to keep focus.
Come on, Piastri. I don't mind him overtaking as long as I don't fight. We're still getting over Albon in P8, which is good. Tell you what. That gap to Albon. That's not too far away for a pit stop, is it? It's about 18 seconds in the pits in total here. If we could stretch that gap to Albon to 18, that would be a good time to pit. You see what I'm thinking, chat? If the softs pit soon, they'll be in traffic. Yeah. Yeah, they'll come out right behind that group, won't they? That's why I'm kind of like a little bit unsure about our pit stop right now. Because it's a long-ass train and Albon's the conductor. Very long train. Three seconds to Charles. That gap continues to reduce. As we'll blitz by Piastri again.
Starting to create a gap. They're just starting to pull away from us now.
Nice. Have I got a fresh soft left? No. Only mediums. I think our softs are on like 5% maybe. Maybe that's what these soft tires are waiting for as well. Maybe these soft guys around us are waiting for that gap to the train. Softs and Piastri are holding. I honestly don't know how. It's been on that tire since around lap 20. Maybe a bit earlier, actually. I don't know how it's doing so well on that soft tire.
Car ahead, 4.1 seconds.
Weather report. Weather report. It shouldn't rain.
No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being.
It's a little bit dark and cloudy, but no rain forecasts. Should be okay to Piastri at someone, I think. 12.2. That's not a bad lap, actually. It's not a bad lap at all. Almost to much inside curb. Just got off it in time. Lap 47 for a pit stop will be exactly 25 for both mediums. But again, that gap to Albon is the concern. That gap to Albon is a major concern. We've got to get 18 seconds minimum to Albon. I don't know what it is right now because I can't see it. Shit, 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 shit. Shit. Well, the gap's non-existent now. Shit. Fuck. It's that damn outside curb. It dragged me out. Shit. What do we do? What do we do? Fuck. I'm going defensive. He's going to try and force the inside.
Oh!
Oh! Just held him off. We need to do something here, chat. We need to do something. We can go mediums to the end, but... Oh, mate. If I box, we come out in that traffic. 100% we come out in that traffic. Maybe I'll just try and catch up to Piastri. I think he might box this lap, though. I'm sorry, Mason. I didn't mean to. Here he comes again. Verstappen's only 7 seconds. Yeah, he's boxed again. Softs will get you to the end. No. We haven't got a fresh soft. Our softs are used. Here he comes. There's little I can do here. Charles goes into P2. Oh my god, I cannot believe it. We're choking up, chat. We're choking up. Absolute fumble. Albon's in. That could be our window. That could be our window. Box.
We need to save up some ERS, so let's focus on charging it up, please.
Yeah, Charles got a pit again. We've got to do our thing. We've got to take this opportunity. We're going to take this opportunity. Box, 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 box this lap.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Mate, that was a big fumble. We lost like 3 seconds because of that mistake. Charles staying out. In we go. Oh my god. Shit, man. Sainz, Norris, and Alonso are very close to each other here as well. 2.4 good. Put up, Cobra.
That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were
Oh
expecting.
no. Oh no.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Chat, we've got traffic. Chat, we've got traffic. 2.7 seconds worth of clean air. They have to pit again? No, not all of them. Stroll and Piastri have on their final stint. Well, actually, maybe not Stroll, but Piastri definitely is. Traffic over 2 seconds. Yeah, but if they're slow, we'll catch them quickly. Very quickly. Where can you get that Red Bull shirt? Honestly, I have no idea now. Maybe on the Fuel Fan something, but I got this shirt a long time ago. Back when Aston Martin were on the car. Drained a little bit too much battery here. 2 seconds of Piastri. The two Mercedes, yeah, both Mercedes haven't pit yet, I don't think. For their final stop. And I think they're holding up the guys in front. Let's keep pushing. Is it even cars? It's career mode. You can't do even cars in career mode. Unless you apply the balance in the field chip after Season 1, but we're still in Season 1. Come on, we need to gain. We need to gain, man. We need to gain. Cobra, thanks for following me. Appreciate you, dudes. .7. Green middle sector. Charles is in. Charles is boxed. What tire is he on? He's on softs. Here we go. We come out just about in front of Charles Leclerc, but he's on soft tires. Now, he will be quick initially. He will be quick for the first 10 laps, that soft tire. But everything after, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. We're still in this. Green first sector. You need DRS. Yeah, I'm trying to claw time to guys in front, but they're just holding at the moment. .9 for Verstappen. Man, it's absolutely flying this weekend. There comes Charles Leclerc.
Okay, here's the gap that we're
Had a
trying
little
to
look
cover
there, but
anyway.
no way through at the moment.
8 seconds.
He'll probably get me a turn 1 here, I think. Into the last 2 corners. Here comes Charles Leclerc. This will be the move to get him back ahead of us. We might have got a temporary undercut, but Charles Leclerc goes through and will take that position away from us. Into P8 goes Big Bro. These next 90 laps are going to be cinema. They really are.
4 seconds. Oh, great
Getting
start.
close to this traffic as well.
Target. Really good job.
Up to P9 now as well. I saw George Russell's pit. Yeah, that traffic's been unleashed. That traffic's been unleashed. We'll try to stay as close as we can for with Charles and maybe just tag along with some DRS, but I don't know how long we can do that for. Verstappen goes fastest again. We've got DRS and Charles Leclerc. He's getting big time on Piastri. That's a painful lockup. Let's see what happens here. Charles really close to Oscar. He's very, very close. Oh my God, they're gonna try. They tried a 3 wide. Oh boy. Oh boy. Need to ride some DRS waves for the field. Yeah. So Stroll is on a very old soft tire, so we should dispatch of him fairly quickly. But Leclerc and Piastri are on fresh. So unless they can battle a little bit, I don't know how much we can do. Yeah, Stroll has to pit again, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure Stroll's got a box again. Charles and Oscar fighting. Charles got a nice edge to the middle sector. I'm going to try and get past Lance here. I'm using up all my battery to do so. Around the outside we go at turn 1. Gonna leave him plenty of room. Should have the grip. Yes, we do. There we go. Okay, here we go. We're back with Oscar Piastri now. We did lose out on him originally when we made the mistake, but we are back with him. Scenes, Rembo, scenes. If that happens. The problem is I don't think Piastri's going to stay with Charles for too much longer. Charles should be able to pull away. Come on. Brandon, thanks for following Twitch, mate. Appreciate you, dudes. Welcome in as well. Hope you're doing good. Charles pushing quality laps. Yeah. He's got to be fair, isn't it? He's got to open up that gap as much as he can while he can. You shouldn't do anything other than a 2-stop dead call, especially at 100%. Lance Stroll in. That alleviates a bit of that pressure. Just need to keep an eye on what's in front of us. Will Max box? No, I don't think so. I think Max is done till the end. Max just doing typical Max things basically this weekend. He's been just different animal. Alex Albon 16 seconds behind. Hopefully he can score some points today. That'd be good. I like that gap. It's a good gap. Yeah, Piastri's lost DRS now to Charles, so we'll try and get ourselves a little bit closer. Did Charles jump us? Yep. Unfortunately so. But with that soft tire to the end, maybe it will die off at some point. Maybe in the last 6, 7, 8 laps, we might see that soft tire just fall off. Here we go, Oscar Piastri. This will get us back into P6 for the time being. New personal best as well, 10.7. Yellow flags! No way! No way!
Nice move. Good job.
No way! Max Verstappen's out! Oh my goodness! I said it earlier, there's only one way he loses this race, and that's with a mechanical failure. Sure enough, lap 56, Verstappen in his home Grand Prix, who's been dominating this race, is out. And that probably should be a VSC there as well, at least. Parks right on the outside there. That does put Carlos Sainz P1.
Okay, clear. Okay, keep an eye on that gap.
The win's on between the top three. It is, yep.
0 seconds.
The top three are now fighting for the win. Oh, boy. In front of the home crowd as well. That'll be big disappointment. Here comes Oscar Piastri. The problem is I think our gap's too big to that top three to really get involved. I don't think we can catch that up. Not without a safety car. We're already on a fresh medium, Danny. We're already on a fresh tyre. 2.6 to Charles. He's still opening up that gap. Alex Albon's dropped to Lewis as well. Come on.
Team Radio. Cray85 says Max just got docked 3 championship points for what he just said on the radio. Let's focus to maximize our points.
I see what he did there. Maximize. I don't know if you meant that or not, but either way. The race right now is just for Piastri, yeah. Unless there's some drama in the top, I'd be very surprised if we get out there. Who's on fresher tyres? You or the McLaren? Us just by a couple laps. Not much in it. We're just going to be patient right now and just hope that Charles' tyres fall off fairly soon. The softs do wear after about 10 laps or so, so we'll keep our eyes on it. Next race will be on Monday next week in Monza. And we should, if everything goes to plan, we should be taking a penalty in that one. Is this your nephew in front of you? Might well be, you know. But yeah, if all goes to plan, we probably should be taking an engine penalty on Monday. Because our ICs are starting to show a bit of wear, so we should be close enough to Oscar to get past it. On the outside. Where's Max? But he missed out the last few laps, huh? He retired a few laps ago. Mechanical failure. While he was dominating the race as well. If we get a safety car from here on out, we'll go softs. We've used up all our mediums now.
drivers just completed a pass for the leader of the race.
Sounds like that top three's battling a lot, doesn't it? And that top three's battling a lot. Yeah, Max is having an early bath right now. An unwanted one, but one that he's having.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 3.9 seconds.
Yeah, he's getting close to that top three, isn't he? He's starting to get close. Are we gaining anything on the top three, by the way, chat?
The car behind is dropping.
Want to go defensive
by
here.
about 0.3 a lap.
Bit of a late move to the inside, but just helps us against Piastri. Big running 2 seconds behind. Yeah, he's getting big. But that tyre wear's got to kick in soon, though, right?
Norris has just completed a pass for the lead.
Where's Checo? P7. Yeah, we're not really getting anything in that top three, are we? Not really getting too much in that top three. Maybe a tiny bit, but it's not really doing enough for us at the moment. Think Piastri will get past him, use up a lot of battery. Maybe not, actually. I thought it was going to, but he didn't. Yep. Charles has caught them. I think it's within a second now. He's right at the cusp of it. Charles is just so damn quick right now. If he wins this race, that'd be crazy. There's no way he does that, right? No way he wins this race. Not with the tyres that should be dead at the end here. Yeah, he's within a second. He's got the RS. Charles is officially a part of the lead pack now. Madness. Absolute madness. I'm going to try my best to try and catch up to them, but it's going to be very tricky. We've got 11 to go. You gained 6 tenths this lap? Really? We gained a bit, but I don't think it was 6 tenths. You gained 5 tenths that lap? Really? That's not bad, is it? I'll try and keep it up. Hopefully they keep scrapping. And we'll keep trying to bring that time in. Folks at John Piastri, I can't right now. Unfortunately, his tyres are somewhat similar to ours, so his pace is also pretty good.
We need to catch up with the car ahead. Gap is currently around 5 seconds.
Oh, there was a scrap. There was a scrap. They had a big scrap. Look at that time we just gained. There was a big scrap that lap at some point. 4.5. They had a big scrap at some point in that lap. Catch is closing in here. I don't think we'll go for it. Just going to shut that door. That was a lot of time we gained there. A lot of time. M-Vlog, thanks to the roses, dude. Appreciate you. Really been, mate. I'm trying my best. Four-car pile-up for the win. Who knows? Who knows? Less than 4 seconds to Charles. I'm hoping he's hurting his tyres. Sainz running away. Looks like it doesn't actually. I think they might still be within a second of him, but... Oh, no, maybe not actually. Maybe not. Just doing enough on Piastri right now. Just doing enough. Should tyre wear? Tyre wear's pretty good. Oh, Piastri nearly went a bit deep there. Almost clattered us. .4. Charles got past Norris. Charles Leclerc has passed Lando. Pit for soft tyres? No. Come on. Looks like they caught up to Carlos again as well.
Car in front, 3.6 seconds.
Come on, gotta work hard. Gotta work hard here. Here comes Piastri. It's a bit closer this time. I'm gonna try and force it a long way round. This isn't exactly helpful. We're trying to catch the top 3, and we get Piastri trying to attack us as well. Doesn't make things easier, does it? Doesn't make things easier. Yeah, we're using the F1 2025 season mods. If we get set to go, we'll definitely have the upper hand. If we get set to go, we're going to have to box. We'll come out ahead of Perez. Well, should do. Oops. Oh, God. That was not the best corner. Oh, no. I'm not gaining, man. I'm not gaining. Yeah, we qualified P7. Yeah, he got Piastri up the top. Gonna have to let him go here.
Starting to catch the car in front.
Damn it.
We need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop.
Don't mess up. Oscar! Brother, please! That might have just killed our top 4 hopes. That might have just killed our top 4 hopes.
At the moment, the car behind is lapping faster than us by around a second a lap.
P5's the best we can do here, chat. I don't think we can catch that top 4 anymore. I think that hope is long gone. And it's starting to dip off a little bit here as well. I don't like that. I don't like that. Need to try and stay close. Tell you what, Perez is gaining a bit here as well. Should be okay with 11 seconds, but he is gaining. We'll get close towards turn 1 again. But at least we know that Oscar wants to play aggressive with us. So that's how it's going to have to be. That's how it's going to have to be. 5 laps to go. We can wave goodbye to top 4, but P5 is still on the cards. Let's keep pushing. Is Charles still P3, by the way? I assume he is, right? I hope he's not leading. Am I live tomorrow? Not tomorrow, no. I'm back live again on Saturday. Always go live at 5 o'clock as well. Every day other than Tuesday and Friday at 5 o'clock. Am I good at the Monaco track? We did win there this year, so. Here we go, Piastri. Switching back to the outsides. It's going to go elbows out here. We're staying too wide, heading through turn 1. Around the outside of turn 2. Good move. Good move. That puts us back into P4. P5, sorry. What's the next career mode day? Monday. Career mode days are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Saturdays for Career Series, and Sundays we do open lobbies and racing with viewers and stuff like that. Oh, come on. That inside curve is killing me. Where did Oscar finish in Monaco? I don't remember. Don't remember. I've not got a lot of battery here. Next career mode, next career race will be during a race week. Yep. First time this year. Here goes Piastri again. Don't like I do about that one. Wait to charge up our battery as much as we can. What track do I struggle on? Miami. Weibo, thanks for following Twitch, mate. Appreciate you, dudes. Welcome in as well. Hope you're doing good. Last 3, ladies and gentlemen. Last 3. Lap 69. Nice. Out of 72. The battle for the podium is probably off the cards for us now, but we still have this battle for P5 happening right now. Is it race week next week? It is, yep. Aussie GP next Sunday. Gap to Perez start to maintain a bit more as well, which is good. What time? Like 4 a.m. I don't think you'll be there for me, not gonna lie, buddy. I'm a little bit too far back here. I'll just sit back for a second. Lap 70 or 72. Into the last few now, chat. Come on. Let's take back that P5 away from Oscar Piastri if we can. 4.4 to Norris. The top 4 are still in the same battle. Definitely wouldn't mind a massive fight between those guys. What up, Sanity? Teach your nephew lessons to respect the elders. Prediction went bad? Yeah. That Charles Leclerc strategy kind of cooked, didn't it? But I also think about that mistake as well. We lost 3 seconds because of that mistake. And look where that put us right now. That would literally put us in DRS of Lando Norris right now. Very, 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 very annoying mistake to make, but it happens. It happens. Lap 71.
We need to get to the end of the race on these tyres.
Penultimate lap of the race, ladies and gentlemen. Look like there's a bit of a scrap going on for the top 4. Mistake plus to pit stop issue? Yeah, true. Very true. So we probably lost about close to 6 seconds in total from that sort of thing, and yeah, that'll definitely put us in that running. It's unfortunate, but they happen. We'll hold on to this P5 as long as we can. 3.2 to Norris here. They're slowing each other up a lot. Broke the 3-second mark for a moment. 7 tenths to Piastri. We're going to have to burn some battery to hold him at the first corner. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Final lap of the Belgian, The Dutch Grand Prix.
Your final lap.
Here we go.
For the race.
Final lap. Can we hold off Oscar Piastri and claim a P5? It'd be good points on the board for ourselves. Will there be any drama among that top 4 that might sneak us an extra position? Nothing too much to speak of just yet.
The Aston Martin drivers just moved into first place.
Piastri's close. Yeah, she's getting close. Is Fernando Alonso going to win this race? Here comes Oscar. Oh, yeah, look around the outside. We held it well. It's going to be a drag race to line this. Got to keep some battery in the tank. Here we go. Out of the Broadswood corner, around the back for the final time. Is it going to be a drag race to the line? We're going to burn the battery. Here comes Oscar Piastri. I think it's too far back. He is indeed. P5, ladies and gentlemen.
End of the race, we'll see.
Not bad. We said at the start we'd be happy with the top 5, and sure enough, we have got a top 5, a P5, 10 points to our name, but unfortunately, Charles Leclerc with the better strategy does win the prediction. 589,000 points going to 26 people. Mad. Mad.
A great way to
Jesus
turn
Christ.
around. And you know what they say,
GG's those who
it's
said
about
Charles would win.
it's about
Oh, man.
and today they've done a great job of turning the page.
Like I say, that mistake, the pit stop issue, that probably cost us close to 6 seconds in total. And we finished 3 seconds off from Lando Norris at the end there, so... Man, what could have been? What could have been? But unfortunately, that's racing for you.
Driving and excellent teamwork and a well-deserved.
What's the level of the AI? 108. Fernando Alonso, though, ladies and gentlemen, takes victory here in Netherlands. It could have been Max Verstappen. He was dominating this race, led every single lap. Was in insane, inspired form in his home Grand Prix, but that mechanical failure set him back and allowed for Fernando Alonso to take the victory. Oh, man. Sanity, thanks for following Twitch, mate. Appreciate it, dude. Welcome in as well. GG's those who've got some big points there. I've never seen a prediction that big before, I don't think. We've had some big ones, but I think that might be the biggest. Oh, man. Am I related to Charlie Kirk? Fucking hope not. Jesus Christ. I very much hope not. Fernando Alonso then, ladies and gentlemen, does win the Dutch Grand Prix. Started in P4, finished in P1. Good race for the Spaniard. Carlos Sainz in second place. It's a Spaniard 1-2 in Netherlands here. Charles Leclerc finishes in P3. Gets a fast lap as well. Does beat us, of course, for the prediction. And picks himself up 16 points. I think he might go ahead of us in the championship as well. Lando Norris in P4. He started second, finished fourth. We started seventh, finished fifth. Not too bad of a race. Like I said, at the start of the race, I'd have taken a top 5. Sure enough, we have got a top 5, so can't complain too much. Piastri, Perez, Russell, Hamilton. Alex Albon did get a point at the end there as well, and that will help his championship chances out a little bit as well. So, yeah, not a bad day. Not a bad day. Could have been better. Definitely could have been worse. So, not too many complaints on my end. Let's have a look at the championship standings then. And it's now 70 points between Verstappen and Lando Norris heading into the Italian Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc does take back that third spot away from us. He's on 190 points. We're on 189. 1 point separates ourselves and Charles. 3 points separates ourselves and Lando. So really, really close right now in the championship for second place. Only 3 points separating second to fourth. Fernando Alonso does gain on us a good bit as well. He gets up to 146, one ahead of Carlos Sainz. Then we've got Perez, Russell, Hamilton, and Piastri all in that top 10. Alex Albon still in P12 as it stands as he tries to hunt down Lance Stroll. Red Bull still lead the constructors by 45 points right now to Ferrari. McLaren in third, Mercedes in fourth. Quite a big point score between those two. And then we are only 32 points off from Mercedes right now. We're at 18 ahead of Aston Martin and 32 away from Mercedes. So a good battle right now for ourselves in both the drivers and the constructors. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Dutch Grand Prix over and done with. Man, I like that track, but that one outside curb. That one outside curb gets me every time. I'll tell you what, look at this. championship rivalry is now between ourselves and Charles Leclerc. Wasn't expecting that in our first season. Definitely not. Where did we finish? P5. Oh, man. Awareness goes up to 83. That's not too bad. That experience stat is the one that's holding us back right now. Focus goes up to 84. Do we go up to 84 in the rating? No, we don't. Stay 83. Recognition, 55% towards ourselves. We are cooking on recognition right now. Absolutely cooking. W rivalry? Yeah, it's not a bad rivalry to have, is it? Leclerc v. Leclerc. New pokes unlocked for the 2 specialists there as well. Good stuff. If this was being made into a YouTube video, that'd easily be the thumbnail. 100%, yeah. That right there would be the thumbnail. Technically, these do get made into YouTube videos, but it's just VOD uploads, so I don't do anything too fancy with those. I just upload my VOD straight to my second channel. So, if anyone's not subscribed to my YouTube, by the way, let's subscribe to YouTube in the chat. We also have a VODs channel where we upload the career mode to as well. So if you miss any races, then that's the place to be. This isn't live, is it? No, 100%. This is all pre-recorded.
That's a joke. I love working with you.
Oh, thanks. Right. Doesn't look like we've got any secret meetings right now, so we've got 599 points in the bag for the R&D. Can we do much with that? No. I mean, we could do a bit of our durability upgrades. No, I'll save the points. I'll save the points. We'll wait until something big comes up. We'll hold out for the time being. This is a rerun. If you want to believe. I can't lie. I just got my first red flag in weeks in this game. I've not had a red flag this season, I think. Do we have them on? I can't remember if we have them on or not. The thing is, the red flags kind of suck in this game. They're on reduced. So we do have them on, but they're on reduced. They're not going to do much. Honestly, like I say, the red flags are kind of dumb. Anytime a car is, like, stopped on track for, like, a split moment and causes a small pile-up, not pile-up as such, but people just stop waiting for the car to move, it immediately brings up the red flag. I'd rather it was a safety car. But, yeah, we barely get safety cars in itself anyway, so. Right, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to wrap it up for the night then. A very good result for us in Zandvoort, finishing P5. We're on a very good run of form right now, and long may that continue. It's a good battle with Piastri. We did pip him to the line to get that P5, but those mistakes did cost us from possibly getting a podium there. And, yeah, will that hurt us at the end of the season? I guess we'll find out. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 races to go in the season. We are into the final 10 now, and obviously in Monza, it'll be the final European race of the season as well before we head into Azerbaijan and Singapore. I guess you could argue that Azerbaijan is technically Europe as well. It's in Eurasia, isn't it? So I guess you could argue that, but either way, Italy is 100% the last European race, that's for sure. And hopefully, in our very big powertrain of a car, we can try and get a good result in Monza. But of course, don't forget, chat, on Monday, when we come back for this career mode, we will be taking an engine penalty. We're taking a brand new engine, most likely starting at the back of the grid. So we're going to have to work our ass off to get some big points in Monza. It'll be a big, big race, that one. But, ladies and gentlemen, that will be on Monday's stream, and we'll wrap up for the night. In my experience, F123 is a 50-50 shot. I get a red flag within 2 laps of my undercut and restart last. That's usually, yeah, about right. Also, the other weird thing with red flags as well is whoever causes the red flag doesn't, like, drop positions. They end up keeping their position. Even if they cause the red flag. It's weird. Very, very weird. Right. Let's see who's live, ladies and gentlemen, shall we? Let's go see who's live to say hello to. We have a few people live right now. We have Dana live. We have Tom live. Tom97, that is. What's Tom97 up to? Tom97's doing a Belgium race right now. Should we say hello to Tom? He radioed us the other day as well, so we'll go to Tom, shall we? Should finish by end of March? Maybe so. Yeah, maybe so. We'll see how it all goes. But, ladies and gentlemen, in the meantime, that is going to wrap us up for the night. I'll be back with you guys on Saturday, 5 UK time as always. On Saturday, of course, we'll be back for the Creator Series. I'm not too sure we're racing, but we should be back to the normal format of a 100% race on Saturday. So hopefully, we can try and get a good result and build on the last couple of results we've had in Miami. All my social medias are in the chat, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, all in the chat. Make sure to jump in on Discord if you haven't already, so we get announcements when we go live. There's a schedule, so you can see what we're doing on what day. And of course, you can hang out with me and all the other viewers on Discord as well. So do jump in on there if you haven't already. But until Saturday, have a fantastic rest of your night, and I'll see you guys on Saturday, ready for the Creator Series, hopefully at a good track. Good night.